Yeah.
Guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, like the vid, subscribe, smash the
Like
like
that
button,
fit.
guys. Like the vid, guys. Guys, we're gonna talk about Chelsea West Ham post-match reaction and some of the player rating and everything. I understand people are pissed off. I understand people are mad. I understand people are kind of angry. But we have to face the reality. We look very sloppy and abysmal today. We're gonna be people might say it's second matches, but like I said, people will be fine for me because I believe this team can also play together. And there is chemistry in this team, and there's togetherness. It's just about getting it together as a team. We'll be fine. Like the vid, smile the like button, get the freaking likes up, like that damn vid, guys. Got the guys, get the likes up. It's a post-match reaction for the Chelsea West Ham United matches, guys. Get that freaking likes up. Let's go, my people. Guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys, smash the like button. Like the vid. I know people is gonna roast us. A lot of teams is gonna roast us. I understand that. West Ham United losing to. I hate it when we lose to West Ham United because they made block team, and a lot of teams gonna have a problem with them this season because they are very made block. I have a very good team. I'm not mad, but I'm just pissed off because of our sloppy play because we gave them those goals, which annoys me a lot. We gave them those goals, and I think the problem with this team is we still have that mentality of last season where when teams when they lead us, we tend to kind of put our head down. That is annoying me because no, that is annoying me because I don't like that mentality. I need to when things go against us, I want us to come back stronger. Which kind of also I need to know who is our designated penalty taker because Enzo Fernandez I've worked from River Plate is not a penalty taker. I don't want him taking penalty because he's not good enough. Who is he Rije? Is he Rije? Is it Nicola Jackson? Is it Raheem Sterling? Who is the designated penalty taker? I don't know. We have to have a serious conversation with that. And also, Poch, are we gonna go back three for the rest of the season or back four? We need to know what is going on because that that back three you've been playing now, it doesn't make any sense anymore. Something needs to be done. I can understand maybe you are doing it because of Christopher Lukunku, but now are you worried of playing a back four, a 4-3-3 where there's no goals? Maybe you don't trust Mykhailo Mudryk and Anonymous making enough. I can understand that. Okay, if that's the case, how do we work it out? Maybe you can be rotating maybe passing, Conor Gallagher together in the number 10 roles where Gallagher will give you goals in the front line in terms of him shooting. At least you know you can be a disturbance and can be a problem there. You have to find a way to do it. And like I said, I'm not panicking and I'm not pissed off. I'm not pissed off because I know this thing will get better. It's all about getting the right formulas together as a team to work.
Abdullahi.
I trust, hold on, hold on. I trust us
No,
and
no,
I
no, no,
trust the
no, no.
manager to do well, which I understand that. People might go by the board, get pissed off, get mad, get angry. you are entitled to those opinions.
You are.
I'm not gonna force you guys to not to do that. You guys can get pissed off, you can get angry, but like I tell people, it's 2 matches. You just have to calm down. Come December, come January, you're not gonna be in this situation. So I understand why people are pissed off, because for me, it's rather for us to see this deficiency now and fix it now, rather than winning matches, and the reality hit us. How do we survive? That's gonna be an act broken. So the deficiencies happen now. It can be fixed because we don't have a rookie manager. We have an experienced manager. So, am I hungry? Yes. Am I pissed off? Not really, because I can see improvement in the way we play. We play much better like last season. It can happen. Football, it can happen. We win matches, we lose matches. It can happen. But the happiness in me is seeing player like Conor Gallagher, Chukwuemeka giving chances and proving themselves they can be a first team starter in this team and they can fight for their chase. It's an happiness and it's a testament to how far they've gone as a player. So I'm not pissed off because I believe this team is young. It's been put together, coupled together and young, which more matches, more time, there will be more consistent. And the people want us to win because of the amount of see, you can keep saying it, we spend 1 billion, go ahead. It's not the first time we've been spending money. Under Abramovich, we spend money. I'm not angry about that. I'm not mad about it. We actually spend money on even quality player, not just medical player. This stuff will happen. Situation like this will happen. What I want from the manager is speak to the players, make them understand, guys, it happened. Let's move on. Let's play together as a team. Let's find a formula to win matches. And I believe once we win that first match, it helps the confidence going forward. And I believe it will come. And on Friday against Luton Town, I'm not expecting less than a 3 point. I'm not expecting anything less than a 3 point against Luton Town. Luton Town is not going to do. They want to come out and play us. They won't defend. They give us chances and opportunity to go forward and score goals. I expect us to do well. I'm not pissed off with what we do. I'm just not happy with our sloppy play, abysmal performance, because I expect us to do well. And God gracious me. People might have to go at Caicedo, I understand, but this guy hasn't played matches for a very long time and he's rusty. I understand Poch bringing him on, but oh my God, that was an horrendous debut. Oh, holy small. That was an horrendous debut. And I also think player like Chilwell and Cole needs to have a competition with. It's awful for me, but I think we still need to give chance to maybe like Cucurella, maybe like Ian Mason, that left back. Let's see how they can play, because
Matt.
I don't want us to rely too much on Chilwell, because when Chilwell see opportunities, against Liverpool, one-on-one with Alisson, he fluffed his line. Today, he has his chances. If you know you cannot use your right foot, can you toe the ball? While you're placing the ball, toe the ball, toe it. So I have a problem with Chilwell when it comes to decision making. I'm not overall angry, but I expect this kind of stuff to happen because it's a transitional period for the players, and they are young, and they will learn from this because it's a very young team. They will learn from this, and I believe they will come back stronger. I'm sure of that. They will. Nana, overall take on the match.
Big up, Stephen. I've spoken to you, but big yourself up for the consistent streams. People in the comments, Cruz, my guy SSB, BX Gunner. Oh God, shout out you, man. And I hope that's not Chris. Anyway, you're a clown. You see, I'd lie. You see what? Anyway, let me just.
NK.
Let me just go through. Let me just go through after like, yo, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
You know what is? It's funny because Cruz is in the comments, right? So it was like a season or two ago. We were talking about this team, and we were like, "Oh yeah, who's the world-class players in this team?" And I mentioned Chilwell's name 2 seasons ago, and this guy Cruz was like, "Nah, I don't even think he's good." I was like, "What? Like, yo, this guy's good." He's like, "Nah, if you watch him properly, guy isn't good." So since then, I've been analyzing this guy's game. I've been watching this guy's game. Abdullahi, he's a net nothing to this team. Net nothing. Net zero. Not doing anything to
Wow.
this team. Net
Wow.
nothing. Net nothing. Like it's got to the point where Posh is changing. It's the vice captaincy. I go back to the vice captaincy decision. It's alarming that this guy was the captain today, because a captain can't get hooked inside 60 minutes. You can't. But the guy doesn't do anything. Like, and for me, this game's on Poch. You know that it's just complete mismanagement up until even the first goal, zonal marking. I'm not going to get into zonal marking. I think it's stupid. And then I feel like the game was lost when Enzo missed the pen. As soon as Enzo missed the pen, we were out that game. And for some odd reason, the players, the coach couldn't fix that situation, you know? And so the second half, bro, they went down to 10 men and it didn't feel like it. Like, that's how bad we were playing. Outside of Sterling, I couldn't tell you one guy that was really I thought Gusto was okay, but apart from Sterling, nah, bro.
NK Sterling was mid. Nah, he was
Huh?
he was mid. He
Let
was
him
mid.
go,
No.
let him go,
For
let him
me,
go.
okay. I'll let you land, boss. I'll let you land. Let me finish.
Okay.
For me, Sterling's the only guy. I thought Nicholas was okay. Your finishing is for the stats guys out there, and I was arguing with a few during the game, idiots. In terms of goals, application on goals, I'm a bit concerned about. But everything else is nice. You understand? I'm just Poch got it wrong today for me. I'm not completely pissed off. I couldn't believe we made Antonio look like that. That's alarming to me, because I know Antonio's trash. The guy's not
That
a good player.
Michel Antonio goal shocked me, bro.
Bro, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it, because I know Antonio. I've seen this guy play. This guy was a right wing back converted into striker that can't do anything. And I saw a tweet today. I saw a tweet today, and it said that West Ham fans were pissed off that he scored, because they want this guy to be replaced.
No
Abdullahi.
way.
Oh my God, that's rude.
They want this guy to be replaced, Abdullahi, and he scored a goal like that. Like that, Sassy. That second half was disgusting. It was a disgusting performance.
That ball he gave away to Antonio that led him to the goal.
Goal, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
No.
And
You know what one Man United fan called this sassy? Someone called him the French Maguire.
no, we're not gonna go there. Not today.
No,
See, I'm not doing that today.
you want to know something else funny? You know what I saw on Instagram after the game? This one popular Chelsea fan, I don't know if y'all know him, but he's famous on Twitter. CSC Du Bois. So he posted a picture of Lukaku on his Instagram, and
No, don't even bring the energy here. Sorry. I thought you were going to continue and say comparing. No, I'm not even going to go there, because
everybody
that one
in the
there.
comment section was like, no.
No,
I commented, no.
Sorry. My
No,
life
but wait,
flashed
question,
before
what
my
did
eyes. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Wait,
did what?
Enke, I have a question on Nicholas Jackson though, because you're saying for the stats guys, it's not good, he's not scoring, but everything else you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, if he's doing everything else, but his teammates can't score, how useful is he then?
Here's my thing, because
Chris, I think the problem with
yeah.
Chris, this reminds me of Drogba first season when he came into Chelsea. He was having the same problem Nicola Jackson is having, where he would do all those work and everything, give him the ball, he miss it, or his timing is wrong, his positioning is wrong, and everything. This reminds me exactly that first season of Drogba. But I think second season, when he had a conversation with Granaskia, Ose, and I think the boardroom, then everything changed with Drogba. Then was like, I want to kill myself, I want to go back to Marseille. And Mugre was like, I bought it to this club. Why do you want to go be Marseille? This is your club and this is your home. You have to show the world you are good enough. That confidence was what Drogba needed, and it kicked on. I think the same problem we're having with Jackson is, if there's enough creativity around him, he will score goals. But because we have a Mykhailo Mudryk who is trying to get himself together.
I'll get to that guy. I was saving that guy for the end. I'll get to that guy. I'm finished with that guy. I'm finished.
When all the load now goes to Jackson, which is doing a lot of work, which I don't want him to do, which our wingers are not doing the actual job of a winger, which is kind of annoying me and get my head out, because If Jackson as a striker is doing all this kind of work, and you as a winger you're not doing a proper job, there is a problem. That's a mismatch. That goes to the manager. Who is our best winger? I don't know. I don't trust Noni Madueke. I don't trust Sterling. Now we have a problem.
For me personally, because the thing is, I feel like it depends on what the sporting directors at Chelsea look at when they analyze Jackson. Because for me, he elevates people around him, right?
Yeah.
In terms of his link up, and for me, he's a net positive with the way you stretch teams and stuff like that. But in terms of applying that final finish, however, based on these last 2 games, he hasn't done it. Chris, like there was against Liverpool. I remember there was a cutback. He hit the ball over. This game, cutback he missed. In the first half, and it's just for me, the only way I could equate this to is a reverse Timo Werner. So this guy,
I think he's even better than Timo Werner.
No, I'm not saying he's Timo. This guy can actually play, right? This guy can actually play ball. Timo couldn't play ball, but Nicholas can actually play ball. He has technicalities. He could drive. He could dribble. Knows how to pass. Has a first touch. But applying that finish, however, I haven't seen it as of yet. So I'm gonna give him some time. Me personally, because it's still early, still 2 games. But that could be a cause of concern. Definitely. I did think when Nkunku went down, we needed goals. So at least say, I mean, I like him, but in terms of goals, he wasn't feeling that need.
Blame Poch, because if you look at the preseason, from the beginning of our preseason to Borussia Dortmund in Soldiers Field, we were playing through Christopher Nkunku, and there was a link up between Nkunku and Jackson. Once Nkunku get off, that was when Poch said, okay, now we need to switch. Because I believe Poch doesn't trust the front three we have yet to play together. That's why it's not been playing those. People might blame him, but you can't have a Sterling who's not going to give you an end product. Mykhailo Mudryk nowhere to be found. So I can understand him not trusting those front three where people want him to unleash Lavia, Cathedral, and Enzo. Okay, he played those front three. Who is carrying the goals in the wing?
Abdullahi,
who is carrying the goals in the wing? Nobody.
Abdullahi, just for me to close, sorry, because I know I've been talking for a while. For me to close, Mudryk, I'm done. As of today, I'm done. I know this guy's not going to do. We've wasted 90 mil. That dream is gone.
100 mil. 100 mil.
If guys want to be political,
and we had the audacity to give him the number 10.
If people want to be political and say 60 mil, because there's no, I don't care. We've wasted money on that guy. It's done. I don't care what anyone tells me. I'm sorry. It could be reactionary all you want. I've seen enough. Guy can't play.
So wait, hold on.
What? I can't play.
Wait, what about when he said thingy? He compared himself to Vinicius. That Vinicius is trash.
Here's another thing. I'd lie. Here's another thing. I'm sick and tired of having to defend players' actions on social media, because when a guy's being an idiot, for example, when this guy is quite literally taking a picture of someone's butt crack in a gym, or he
got rid of Mount. That was go to the
vids. He's taking vids of him sprinting, not with the ball, just sprinting and stuff. I'm tired. I'd lie. I'm done with Mudryk. I'm done. The guy's not good.
Let me come to Kiman.
It's not good, bro. And sorry, just to close, one more thing. Sorry, it's an indictment that Ben Chilwell, a left back, is starting as a winger ahead of you, just like how Mason Greenwood, who's done what he's done, apparently, there's cause for him to come back. Anthony,
don't
indictment
bring
on
that
you.
up.
There's indictments on these guys.
Please, man, we can't talk about that. Please, let's not open that.
No,
these guys aren't good. I'm gonna fight anyone that tells me Mudryk's a good player. He's not good.
Give me your take on today's match.
Firstly, assalamu alaikum. How's everyone doing? How's people's weekend?
It was good. It was going good.
Firstly, before I get into the game, right, what I'm going to say is, listen, like what crypto bros say, I know Mudryk stock is like at an all-time low, but this is where I buy. I mean, you might sell, but I'm buying more stock. Now, going into the game, it was, let's be honest, right? We played extremely well. I liked how we played, apart from just being completely unlucky and if we're being honest with ourselves, we saw this coming a mile away as soon as Nkunku got injured. There's no gold in this team. That's just a sad reality. But
wait,
other than that,
what did you say?
as soon as Nkunku left, we saw
No,
this
before
coming.
that. Sorry, before that.
When?
Before that.
When?
Do you say
Well,
we
we played
played
well.
extremely well?
We played well.
Nah, first half, yes. Second half, I ain't gonna lie.
We played well, man. I'm sorry, but we
If
played
this
well.
was Potter,
Nah.
if this was Graham Potter that coached this game, I know this all. See, this is the thing, guys.
No.
This is the thing. I told you guys what I'm going to be on.
No.
I told you, bro. I told you.
No, NK, no.
I'm sorry. No, guys, you have to
So
be
can I
honest.
finish?
I told
Can I
people
finish,
what I'm going
or
to be
you
on
guys
this
wanna cut
season.
me?
I told you.
Yeah, keep on finish.
So now, I liked how we played. I don't understand how people are complaining. It's been 2 games. Relax. All of us complain that this is a young team. Oh, they met 12 months ago. They're kids, and then you complain that they don't. Come on, now that's a bit much. Looking at it, the first goal, yes, I knew that Ward-Prowse and set pieces were going to come, and I knew it. I predicted it's going to happen. I didn't think it was going to be a corner. I thought it was going to be a free kick. But again,
guys,
it is what it is.
Guys, hold on. PS5 just put out something on. He said, just I
What?
look to get the number 9 before the season end, before the transfer end.
We shouldn't be doing that.
That should not be our major concern. Getting a number 9, it should not be our concern.
But that's what's going to happen, unfortunately.
But that is not our concern because now why are we oh God. Like
Wait,
We do need a 9 though. We do need a 9.
we are not
Ride
No, we
with,
didn't-
ride with Jackson. You ride with
Issue.
Jackson.
Huh?
We don't
No,
need
no,
a 9.
No, but you can but you can ride with you can ride with wait. You can
Which striker is there?
Fuck man.
wait. So Vlahovic the season before. Wait. Vlahovic the season before was basically what Osimhen is right now, and then he's had one down season. All of a sudden, Vlahovic is some trash player. He's terrible. He's like you guys need to chill.
I don't want him.
Huh? No, you cannot want him.
I don't want him.
But you definitely need a striker because I'm sorry, you can say trust in Jackson, but when Jackson is going to start frustrating you, you guys are going to insult him. You need someone else there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Today's game, when you need a goal, I'm sorry, but I don't want to see no Burstow coming on the pitch. You said me like, I'm sorry, I don't want to see no Burstow.
Okay, if that's
a joke.
No, if that's the angle, I can understand.
Yeah, you need another option. Like, I'm sorry, I can't be having Burstow coming out the bench hoping to get a goal. I'm sorry, like, come on, it's Chelsea, man.
Let him land, though. Keep him land.
No man. As soon as the 80th minute came in, I felt like we gave up on the game. To be honest with you, but again, if you break down those first 2 goals, okay, the first goal was a set piece. Gallagher was pushed off. He was completely dominated. Fair. The second goal, Disasi Colwill, I need you guys to do better, man. You do not let one of the best back to goal strikers in the league. You don't give him that much space to turn and shoot.
Wait,
You don't.
Michel Antonio?
Exactly, he is. He's one of the best back.
Let him land.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so he is one of the best back to goal strikers in the league. Let's be honest.
Oh.
No, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
The guy's garbage.
Like,
Man.
he's
No,
trash,
he's
bro. Let's
garbage
keep
now.
it stacked.
He's
Not
garbage.
trash.
He's
No, he
garbage
is.
now.
No,
but let's not forget who he is. Let's not forget. He
I ain't gonna
starts
do
for
it.
us. Let's be honest. He starts as striker for us. Let's be honest. Now, so you don't let someone like that. You don't give him that much space. But all right, that's rookie mistakes. It is what it is. Now, going in, looking at how West Ham play and how they usually play, we weren't prepared, man. We were not prepared for that shithousery. We were not prepared for that. They took us to the deep and they completely finished us. That's fair. We went to their ground. We thought we could do our stupid nonsense. We thought we could play without food, and we didn't finish. It is what it is. That's what happens. It's the second game, but what I'm glad to see is that we're actually playing well instead of winning in stupid bullshit games and playing like shit. Now,
So wait,
going
Human.
forward, wait. This way, 1 second. Let me finish. Right? Sorry, Chris. Just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Going forward, right? Going forward, and this is something we've all spoken about before. As soon as what's his face Nkunku got injured, we all knew that the goals are going to be missed. Am I a fan of bringing in Vlahovic? Hell no, I'm not a fan. But when you look around what's going on in his deal, it seems like right now it's going to be an inevitability. I don't support it. I feel like it's going to be a stupid buy. I feel like it's going to be a rash buy. But again, can we really go the whole season with Jackson? I don't know. I don't blame the guy. I really don't, because I understand what he brings to this team. I knew from day one that he's not going to be that clinical finisher. If he gives me 15 goals, that's crazy. But we can't go on like this. Sterling, you had a good game. I was actually impressed with how you're playing. We were a bit unfortunate. We missed here and there. Gallagher, you didn't do like you were okay. To be honest with you, I didn't see too crazy things for you. I didn't see too bad. You were just okay. Enzo, again, you were all right. Chilwell, my God, how the hell did you get vice captaincy, man? How did you scam your way? How?
British tax.
I really don't understand. I don't how, because this thing is, the guy thinks he's not a wing back. He's not a left back. He's a shitty winger. That's the truth. That's what he is. He's a shitty winger. It's either he cannot build up play to save his life. He cannot take on a man to save his life. The only thing that gives him a saving grace is his ability to strike a ball, and he can't even do that now. He gets the ball. He tries to take on a man. He loses it. What does he do? He starts to drift into the centre back position. Who the hell told you to do that? Who's telling you? But man, my only issue with Poch is why he brought in Caicedo. Caicedo, when you brought him in, that was a terrible move. This guy, he downed his tools halfway through his preseason. I don't even think he played that much, so he's already not match fit. He has all these eyes on him, including Liverpool fans who are a bit salty, to be honest. Just take a rejection, my guys. But you bring him on, and then now you have everyone on his ass, that is my only issue against Poch. But other than that, it was an game. It was just an game. That's all it was.
Now, but Keeman, let's be real though. If Caicedo didn't even play, didn't kick a ball, and you guys lost it in that same way, fans would have complained as well.
No. Listen, I said this even way before the game. I said I don't want to see Caicedo play. It makes no sense for you, after a shitstorm of a transfer that happened, on top of him dropping tools at Brighton, and then seeing what happened with Liverpool, you bring him on his first game. It made more sense to play Lavia, and Lavia's not even here. No, just being honest. Being honest.
Like, keep my legs, bro. For the
guy, he could come and play and expect to play well, man.
Like let's bro. For the prize the guy's been bought. Like, if you were on the bench, like, you were gonna come on at some point, especially when you're losing. So we're asking you to change the game. He didn't do it. That doesn't mean that he's a trash player. He's had a bad debut. Just go past it and it's cool, man.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that bad.
Kenny.
No, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not against him. What I'm saying is, now the shitstorm that is coming after him is because of this decision. Let's be honest.
Like, it's cool. Be a professional. Just
So Kenny.
Yeah, but hey, man, the guy came from the streets of Ecuador, so I highly doubt some Twitter nerds typing on the keyboard.
Exactly. Everything. Give me your take. And I have this clip. I've been saying it for a very long time. Who is our designated penalty taker? Last season it was J5. This season, who the F is taking the penalty? Who?
It was Havertz.
Havertz was designated. Yeah.
So
Havertz was.
So this is our designated penalty taker.
That's the thing. When we got the penalty, I was like, "Who's taking it?" That's all. Like, who's taking it? And then I saw Enzo, and that penalty changed. Like, if we score that penalty, I think we go on to win the game.
Me too.
He's there for a moment. It's just before halftime.
Kenny, when I told Chelsea fans, let's get Ward-Prowse, no, you can't.
What did you say?
No. Keep on. I get what you say, but we're not getting them players just for a second. No, but
my friend, I hope you know the guy cooked us today. I hope you know that, right? I hope you know he cooked us today.
He didn't really cook us.
Oh,
He didn't really.
I've seen Callum Robinson for West Brom cook us. It happens.
No. He didn't really cook us. He had a good free kick.
It was a nice set piece delivery.
Yeah, it was a nice set piece, bro.
He banged it.
Them midfield didn't really the first half was great. Like, except the goal they scored, honestly, the first half was great. We dominated. We're creating a lot of Sterling was really Sterling was getting past his players. Like, he was rinsing Emerson. Like, he was getting past him like he wasn't even there. But it's just the final. It's that final ball. There's like 2-3 times where Jackson is on the last defender, is making a run, and the ball is not good enough from Sterling and the other players. Mm-hmm. Like, especially in that first half, and then afterwards, like, there was no more space, so he could not make the runs no more. But in that first half, the first 20-30 minutes, there's like 3 times where Jackson is like 1v1, he's making the run, and the pass is not there. You need to make that
Sterling
pass.
has to be a better pass for that one.
He has to do. twice. Yeah, he got it twice. I'm like, come on, you have to do it. Like, you have to put him in. But yeah, honestly, is like I said, when that first half ended up and we missed the pen, I was like, I'm not sure about the second half. And honestly, second half we didn't play that great. Like, let's be real. As well as we played going the first half, second half we didn't play. Mudryk didn't get into he was trying to. Basically, he took Chukwuemeka's place and he was not it. Like, he barely the first 20 minutes until we swapped formation and then he went on to the wing. He was non-existent. Even Jackson second half, like first half he was creating problems there for them, but second half, I ain't gonna lie, he didn't do nothing. Like, they were pressing him every time he got the ball. He barely touched the ball. Sterling as well, they disappeared. The forward players in the second half, they just disappeared. And then Enzo, Barry Sterling a bit. Even Enzo as well. Enzo first half he was looking nice on the ball, but like, I don't know, maybe the penalty miss. I don't know. Like, second half, I think he wasn't as good as well. But yeah, and then Disasi is looking like a. So yeah, I know he had that balls in him a bit, but like that Antonio goal, yeah, he's 2v1. It reminds me of that goal we conceded against Dynamo Zagreb, that Champions League.
Yes.
When Koulibaly and Fofana went to do dumb and dumb or whatever. Like, there's two guys there. Just take it. Like, Coleman can just take him down. Foul him.
Put him on
Just take him down. Yeah, take him down. Take the yellow card. And then and then they score from there. Honestly, they didn't do nothing. They barely done anything, and then they scored. They were really efficient with the chances. They didn't even like create clear chances like that, but they were efficient with it. And yeah, honestly, it's tough, man. And sometimes the centre back, like Thiago Silva is nice, yeah, but sometimes it takes too long on the ball. Release the goddamn. This guy is just taking his time, walking up. Like, release the ball. You're losing, man. I'm seeing for the last time. Like, release the ball, pass the ball. You're just walking up and down. Like, we're losing, you know. Like, just release the ball. Like, it takes too long sometimes. I was getting frustrated with him today. But anyways, man, we saw some nice things, but we definitely need a goal scorer. He may not need to be a number 9, but we need a goal scorer, like a winger.
Yeah, man, Kenny, I really fear that now, because of that Lukaku shit, and then on top of this, that they're just going to be forced to bring him in.
I don't even think he's training with the team like that. So I think.
Yeah, I know, but no, I'm saying they're going to sell him to Juventus to get that guy Vlahovic, and I just feel like that signing's going to explode on our face. I don't know why, but at this stage, man, I just have to shut up.
Honestly, we need, like I said, we need a finisher, man. No, like, I need a finisher. I need a guy that when he gets the ball in certain areas, I know he can finish.
Has to be
because
quick.
I like Jackson, yeah, but as a finisher, I don't know. Like, his all-round game is amazing, but like finishing wise, sometimes he's not in the box as well. I would like him to play maybe in the wing or maybe deep or.
No, but like, also, I want to ask you guys a question, right? Why the hell is West Ham playing haram football in the second week of the fucking Premier League? Why?
No, but that's David Moyes.
No,
but that's David Moyes.
That's their tactic. That's the way they have been playing.
Yeah.
No, man, that's just disgusting. 9 minutes. No, that's just disgusting. I'm sorry.
No. David Moyes.
You said Antonio's a back-to-goal striker. What do you think back-to-goal?
Yeah, that's the way David Moyes plays. That's why he plays with the Antonio type players. Like, look at that midfield. That shoots.
Like Kenny, I can't lie. My head was hot.
Everton will play the same way. There'll be teams that play the exact same way. We have to beat those teams. That's what it is.
Sadly, but it is. I think.
Yeah.
I think people are getting on. People are getting on the team too much right now. It's still very early, but we'll find out, I guess.
Okay. Kenny, let me make it quick, because now earlier Abdul asked if why we don't need a striker, and Enki, the same thing. Like I said, that getting a striker would be a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem we have, yes, is inability to score. But if you watch most of the big teams we have seen, or teams that have progressed, even Arsenal have Odegaard and Saka. These guys are not strikers. They can score. I don't think their striker even score higher than Martinelli's, Odegaard, and Saka. If you watch even PSG, Messi is not a striker. Neymar is not a striker. If you watch what Liverpool is doing, Yes, they can score.
I know,
because now
but they
these
can.
guys-
It's the whole
No, but
line.
that
Yeah,
no, but
Eddie
that's
man, I get what you're
that's
saying.
the issue. Like if you're looking at all our wingers there, there's
nobody
none
can
of them.
score.
There's
Now,
none
if
of
you
them where
look
I can.
at what Liverpool do, what is Liverpool doing now? What did Liverpool do this transfer with last transfer window? Stroke the botting Gakpo. Gakpo is not a striker, but it's the guy who plays on the right wing. They are trying to look for someone who can play the Mane's position. They need a
No, but
goal
just
from that side. They have
yeah,
Salah to take care of the left side, the right side.
Yeah.
They need a guy to take care of the left side. Now, trust me, getting in a striker for Chelsea now, I think that would be the most dumbest idea. That
No, but you
will be the most dumbest idea. Because now, trust me, I'm not a big fan of Rafael Leao, but trust me, we needed him.
Yeah,
We
instead of
need him.
Mudryk,
yeah,
we did.
no,
Instead
yeah,
of
no,
Mudryk.
we did. Honestly, I would have even taken Trossard instead of Mudryk.
Yes, because
For me, Trossard.
these guys are scoring wingers. These guys are guys who create assists. Now, what are we doing? No, see, there's a meme going on memes going on Twitter of what do you call him, Mudryk. That Mudryk is in the gym carrying a dumbbell. Come on.
No, but that's the thing with the wing as well.
No.
They're not goal scoring guys. Like Mudryk is not goal scorer. Madueke is not goal scorer.
Wait, what is he? Wait, what is Mudryk? What is he?
I said most of these things that these guys have no record of scoring goals. Period. To come Chelsea. These guys have no goals. They have no assists in their record. Now you are bringing them to chase out people who do not score goals or assists. Now we chase out the previous guys because we complained they were not scoring goals. We replace them with guys who cannot score goals. Yes, Ukuku would have helped, but we cannot just have just Ukuku in that place. We needed someone else with Nkunku. Even Man City have De Bruyne and Silva to back up what they call him, to back up Haaland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have Foden as well. Foden is there. Yeah, even Grealish.
Foden is when the ball drops, he's going to deliver. But when you see these two guys, Kevin with the ball, there's a blood that rushes to your head. When you see Bernardo Silva with ball close to your penalty box line, there's blood in your head. What does this idiot want to do? What does this devil want to do? These are the things we are complaining about. Now, what do we have? What do we have? Now, me, most people know I'm not a big fan of Nicolas. I'm not saying he's not playing well, but I keep telling people that you are a representation of statistics you have dropped over time. Now, he might score against Luton, which is the best place for him to score. I said it earlier that if we watch our preseason against that small club, Westham, I still cannot pronounce their name.
Westham.
We played well because that's a small team. When we play against Brighton, we played well because they were pressing. When we play against Newcastle, we were exposed a bit. When we play against Dortmund, we were exposed a bit because this team had organized defense and defensive midfielder. Then against Liverpool pressed, but they were still organized. Yes, we were getting chances. Now, what happened in Westham? This is an organized defense. We are not here to play with you. We are going to play a counter-attack with you. We are going to sit in our own position. Now you have players who cannot beat their man. First mistake, Chidwe. Now you are playing Chidwe. What can Chidwe do? He is, by profession, a left back. An unsuccessful left back. We moved him upward to play a right wing back. An unsuccessful one for that one again. Now you want him to outrun or dribble. There's some things that when you see them, it starts giving you a headache. Some things you just see and start giving you a headache. I think Chidwe should have been out of that match after the first 30 minutes because he was not doing anything. His crosses was not going anywhere. He could not beat his man. There was no danger from that position. Yes, we could have won the match if Enzo had scored that goal. The match could have ended a draw. The match could have ended a draw, or we could have, or the three ways football always goes. Now, West Ham a man down, and have you ever seen Chelsea take advantage of any team in your life? A man down. I think that is a problem we should start looking at. Because now, when your opponent have Liverpool, there was a man down. We thought we were going to win the game. We ended 1-1. This one again, we lost. That means we can't take advantage when our opponent is in a man down.
Edelman, with Chilwell, we are playing a man down as well. So it just cancels itself out.
So no. See, the thing there is that there's so many things. I see most of these guys in UK. I think they are the major cause of Chelsea's problem, because I understand sometimes I listen to this Charlie Poppy not because I like it, because I feel it's an Edo boy. Sometimes I just listen to it because there's some words that he says that we relate to. I feel that is almost the same syndrome most of these English fans exhibit too. Because why is he my vice captain? Why not Silva?
Because Edo today, I was confused when they took him off in 60 minutes and he gave the captain back to Enzo Fernandez. I was like, how? Why? Because
you didn't give it to Silva?
No. He gave it to Enzo. Enzo was the captain. It wasn't Silva.
Really?
Yes. I was like, why was Enzo the captain? Why not Silva?
So do you see the height of disrespect going on? Do you see whatever Pochettino is creating?
Nah, chill.
Now you are giving the cap. See, this is just like Man United Harry Maguire captaining a guy just because he's English. That is what happened. Even James does not watch being the captain.
No, all this captain thing, honestly, like I said, it's just because like he doesn't plan to use Silva as much. You want to face Silva out. That's why I didn't put him captain.
Even you want to face Silva, you be the main captain and everyone can be the assistant. You cannot have him because now he's still the one who is still giving instruction inside the pitch.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like I said, even Silva, I like Silva, yeah, but let's not speak about that.
No, let's see. There's something we need to understand. See, it is easy for you to find to score goal. It is easy for you to build your team to score and find your mistake when you want to defense than for you to start creating from defense then moving to attack. It is that attack is the most crucial thing. I was saying, okay, Nkunku is coming in. If you look at Napoli, do you think it was Osimhen that was doing the show? No, it was a Georgia guy. Karas something. Yeah. He was dragging players to himself. Because now if he's with ball, it is easy for him to beat a man. We have no player that can beat a man. Yes, Sterling tried today. Sterling is a senior player in Chelsea. Sterling is hated by more than half of Chelsea fan base.
I'm so glad you're saying this. I'm so glad.
It's always very when easy. You talk, I'll mute myself. When you talk, I'll mute myself.
Yes, it's always very easy for people to criticize Raheem Sterling. No, it's got.
I will mute my.
But it's very hard for you people to praise him.
That's true. I've said it before this season that Sterling is the highest. Is the only player in Chelsea that has gold record. People started laughing. Mudryk, they said Noni Madueke. Can you see what was Noni Madueke doing? Was Noni Madueke not a diluted ZH? Was it not a diluted ZH?
Diluted.
Well, what did you say? What did you say?
What did he do? Was it not everything that yes does? That's what you see. When you people say all these things, they'll be complaining. They'll tell you this. See, now, truly, we are building for the future. But how soon is the future going to come? Am I going to die till the future come? Will it be the future? Okay, now, because now, my own prediction is that we are going to be above 10. Lesser than 6. That's my own prediction for Chelsea. That is my prediction going into this season. I've said it earlier before the season kicked off. We are going to win games and going to lose games. Most of the players we bought, most of them are not going to be here next season because most of them will be figured out that they were waste of funds. But our major concern, was my own rebuilding plan was, okay, try to buy all the best striker first. If you had got Enzo Fernandez, what do you call him? Nicolas, got Rafaelia, got what do you call this guy, Nkuku. At all, one of them will pick. So now you know at least you can score goal. That means you have an inability to defend goals. That's the problem now. It is easy for you. Now we cannot score, we cannot defend. So 1 billion, 1 point. That means we also might be going to the transfer window again for something we could have resolved. Chelsea look like a madman because now a madman is the person that goes outside and start packing everything, thinking that they are going to be relevant. We have Chukwu, we have Ugochukwu, we have Chukwuemeka, we have this, we have that. We bought close to like 7 players for one position. None of them is going to qualify to play for the first team. And when you talk, they say you are a negative person. They say they will send it to Strasbourg. Strasbourg are collected. That is collecting their own as at the last time I checked. 2-0. Monaco.
I think it was 3.
You finished 3, you was 3.
That means in the office, it's just a sad day for Todboli. Todboli
Yeah, bad day at the office. Honestly, I don't even know why they took Vieira as but anyway.
The painful thing is that, irrespective of what happened, people will still come out and tell us that don't worry, the statement has come out. Todboli has known his mistake and we are proud he's going to improve on it. He has come out and acknowledged that he was irrational. He does not listen. In that game, did you see those 2 fat fools behind him? Did you see those 2 fat fools? The 2 idiots creating a Brian Monaco team called Chelsea.
Was Stewart and Winston.
You saw them; those 2. Their suits immediately were losing. Their suits rumple immediately because now they did not start looking like fools. Everything was not going right for them. What we say, we need an A-class sporting director. Nobody said, this guy did something in Brighton. This guy did something in Southampton. This guy did something in Monaco. What did they do? What did they win? Nothing. I do not want to see this Mudryk. I feel very sorry for Mudryk because if he does not perform, the hate he's going to get will be worse than the one Sterling is getting. The one what do you call him? The one what do you call him? This Captain America got. It is going to be worse. He will wish he remained in Ukraine. Because now I don't think very soon now they are going to attack him and he's going to delete his Snapchat account.
Is this Mudryk?
Yes. They are going if he flops anymore in the next 2 games, trust me, I bet he's not going to have his Snapchat account before the end of December. Before the end of December. Because who do you want to take? You are being paid. And you are telling me you are carrying a 150 kilogram. Is that how I'm going to score goal?
Okay, Fiona, let me come to Oliver. Oliver, before I come to you, let me meet myself because, firstly, I've been a very critical player for when it comes to Sterling. And today, like I told Nana before the show, it was the best performance of today's, and it showed how experienced he is as a player. That one doesn't mean I can't still criticize because I want the best.
100%.
That one doesn't mean I can't criticize him. I also say it again. I'm hating it when Nico is only the isolated player. We need our wingers to combine and score goals. If Sterling is the only guy that can combine, I have a problem with Mudryk. I have a problem with what's called Connie. In as much as he scored today, I still want more from them because we have a player who has the ability, but the problem is to score goals. And this reminds me of the first time we signed Didi Drogba in 04-05. When he came in, he had the same problem Nico was having. He can't score goals. He misses chances a lot. He gets into best position, he misses. And Drogba was like, I want to go back to Marcel. And Mourinho was like, I brought you here. What do you want to go and do in Marcel? This is your home. This is your club. Prove to the world you are good enough to score goals. And the second season, it was just Drogba. And now he's a legend. I'm not saying Nico is Drogba, but I also believe he can do much, much better. Sometimes you have to exhaust yourself in terms of the way you exhaust yourself and use your brain. Everything will be wrong. Sometimes you have to be smart and intelligent when you come into position. He's young, he's 22. I will give him that because he's young. He will get better. But he has to start firing. He has to. With all this play, he has to start firing. And I believe once we can score goals, we can win matches. I think the confidence will go up and I think the tension will come down. Oliver, give me your take on today's match. Oliver, go ahead, though. I think Oliver is muted. Kim Black.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, boss.
Birthday man.
Kim Black has just been quiet. I think he's back in full speed and he has not said anything. He's just there listening.
Birthday man. I know you are pissed off today because Chelsea are annoying the Chelsea PC. I understand.
First of all, thanks everyone.
Happy birthday to you, brother. I hope you. I hope you're not 100 years of age or 120.
This club, man. They had to wait. They had to wait till today to actually absolutely just make the worst performance in the entire 21st century. What is this? But to start on a positive note, how many positives here? I don't know. Raheem Sterling, it was good. This is exactly why I said, if you remember the last stream, I and Olua, we were like, without Sterling, we ain't doing nothing. We are not doing anything.
It was good today. It was very good today. I won't deny that.
God forbid Nicholas Jackson. I'm hearing Jackson. Everybody's just shouting now. People are acting like as if you have better options somewhere. If he gets a knock, if he gets injured,
we are finished.
The season is over. We're not going to finish above Westham.
Well, Besto.
That's how terrible I think our attack is from our midfield. And when you remember when I said it the last stream, why are you so excited about Lavia and Caicedo? Why are we so excited about it? Why the whole hype? I said it, I was here. I'm being negative. Oh, why are you so negative? We're going to Man City. We'll win all of the next 10 games, and then Man City will be following us at the back because Kevin De Bruyne is really? Now, let me go to my first take. What I've noticed since preseason, but I don't want to talk about it because I thought maybe there's a plan to play counter-attacking football in a way because of the preseason games that I saw. Maybe by that way we can utilize Mudryk, because if you don't play counter-attacking football, Mudryk is just a waste. He's absolutely a waste. He's terrible in tight spaces. He cannot dribble from a still position when the ball is in 0.0. He can't do anything. You have to basically just everyone is running and the spacing to run to. Then he will run. Then he will see if I can do something. That guy it's terrible.
Leno. We call him a Leno.
He's just another Suzuki or some Yamaha machine who's just willing to run until he has an accident or something stupid like that. I don't think he doesn't have the IQ. He doesn't have the first thought. Honestly, I said it. I was like, why do you expect goals from this attack? How? There's a reason why Pochettino opted for Chilwell as the winger. It does not. He does not think Mudryk is anywhere near Chilwell in terms of decision making, in terms of passing or crossing. So if he knows that Mudryk is, because when you train with a set of players every day, brother, all of us here, we don't know all these players like Pochettino does. And I was like, you're mentioning Arsenal, Chelsea, you're putting Chelsea in the mixture of these guys. Have you seen their wide areas? Have you seen the guys that are holding the 7 and 11, the wings of this top 4 teams? These guys are still better than us. Man United is terrible, but they still have white players that are better than ours.
So King Black, how many minutes?
Welcome back, Mr. Abdul. How many?
Hold on. How many minutes? How many minutes did
I don't care how many minutes, Gabdu.
Were you 10 goals ahead? No, hold on. Were you 10 goals ahead?
To show your talent.
Will you 10 goals ahead? Will you 10 goals ahead?
Came into Chelsea within a week. He stepped on the pitch. Honestly,
that was preseason. People got too hype out the preseason.
We're talking about today's
Hit the like button, guys.
We're talking about today's game. What did Enzo that played 90 minutes today? What did he do?
Bro, let me just.
Enzo played well, apart from the penalty.
Let me finish my.
No, but what did he do now?
The penalty destroyed the game. He was delivering the ball perfectly. But that penalty ruined everything. After that penalty,
let him Black finish, guys.
The Sassi that played 90 minutes today, 90 plus minutes today, what did he do?
Bro,
Sassi is going to score. Is that his job?
Conor Gallagher that played over 90 minutes today, what did he do?
If we are talking about a player I don't like, and what did this person do?
It's easy to abuse somebody when you don't like him because you don't get the result.
Guys,
one after the other. Somebody doesn't have IQ. You're saying somebody doesn't have IQ. How can you attack somebody else?
Mudryk is not a good player. Mudryk will embarrass you.
Everybody will
how many minutes did Mudryk play today?
I do not care how many minutes or
how many minutes did Mudryk play today. So your analysis is garbage then. Your analysis is garbage. You're just here to project your frustration and your anger. Talk about the game.
Let me finish, okay? Let me finish. You have your say later. Because when is your turn?
I can have my say whenever I want now. Tell me I will have my say later, man.
When I was saying our attack was not good enough, you are the one telling me I'm
based on one game. This is not good enough. That is not good enough. Whatever. After 2 games, and you say somebody's IQ is
how many how many games do we have to before we start making that conversation? How many games? Give us a time frame.
I don't know. It depends on your IQ now. If you watch one game and you complete a season,
guys, let Kim Black finish. Please.
So, like I was saying before I got interrupted, Mudryk is crap, and there's nothing we can do about it now because he's not getting sold anytime soon.
Yeah, but you've said that 200 times for the past 6 months. You've said that 200 times for the past 6 months. Tell us something new.
From back to front, first of all, Pochettino, he's a very stupid guy.
I've been waiting for this all day.
Let him talk. Let's guys.
What does stupid guy mean? What does stupid guy mean?
Let him land.
What does stupid guy mean?
Let him get his frustration out, guys.
What does stupid guy means? What does stupid guy means in football?
Guys,
if you listen,
he's just stupid guy. What does stupid guy means?
Guys,
finish that.
Are you here for therapy?
He's a very stupid coach.
Are you here for therapy or you are here to talk football? You say somebody's a stupid guy.
Finish them, King Black.
King Black, talk, right.
First of all, he's a very stupid guy.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
The reason, one of the reasons, because there's a lot of reasons why he's very stupid. First of all, you
know him. You say somebody is stupid.
Let me finish.
You train. He's not a member of anybody's family here. So at the end of the day, we have been slandering all the players and every coaches that have been at Chelsea I don't know why anyone should be exempted now. So
Are
if he's
you
not
here
doing
to
good, he's not
slander?
doing good.
Is it slander? Is it slander?
It's
Is it the slander
That's
session?
my version of
you
slander.
have to do
When is your turn? Say your own. And I will not allow you to speak here today. I will not allow you to have any say here this night.
So you are taking it personal. So you are taking it personal. Is it therapy for you? Is it therapy for you? Is it therapy for you? You guarantee me. Who are you to guarantee anything?
I'm doing on the on time, man.
You will not have a say tonight here.
Go ahead, Kim.
Or what will happen? Or what will happen?
No, nothing else.
You guarantee something. How many you guarantee? Look at this. Look at this.
Guarantee you will not be able to have any say because nobody will listen to you.
And anyways, man, just finish your point, man. Kim Black, yeah, finish up.
First of all the defenders in Chelsea right now, Thiago Silva, Liverpool, and Disasi. Those are the only defenders that are actively at Chelsea, that are ready to be at Chelsea, at least for the rest of the season. Chalobah is injured, Badiashile is injured, Fofana is injured. So you play three of them. That's the first version of stupidity. You play three of them against a team that did not pass their half line. That's you are -3 from 7, from 10. You have 7 more on the pitch. You add 2 wing backs to that. That makes it 5. So we are playing with 5 men in our own half against a team that don't have any player in the midfield. They just keep everybody in front of their goal. They say, come and break us down. If you like, have 100 touches, have 1,000. It's none of our business. First of all, we played all our defenders. That's madness. No other team can do that. There's nobody on the bench to bring in. At least rest one of them. You cannot play all your defenders at once. That's one of my the first reason. The second reason, you decide to play a left back as a winger. You did it the first time against Liverpool. We kind of understood because of Salah, or because you don't have a DM, you don't trust your. I don't know your point, because we have young stars that you trusted in the preseason. Andre Santos is still there. He's not being sold. He's not injured. You know, you can't trust him. You know, so you're going to use a fullback as a winger. Keep Mudryk on the bench. Keep Madueke on the bench. You're not going to use both of them. That's another reason. And thirdly, he complained the last game we played. He said Nicholas Jackson was left isolated. Who is setting up the team? Is it me that is watching the game, or you who is the coach who is supposed to set up the team for the support of for someone to support Jackson, or like 2 players to support him, or switch the system that can bring support to your striker? That's his responsibility. It's not ours. It's not Jackson's responsibility to do that. Okay, so with all those mistakes, I understood that there's no way we could have broken these guys down, basically. And we were playing slow. We were touching the ball. Thiago Silva was just slowing down the pace of our game continuously from the beginning of the game to the end. And this guy was on the sideline. He was not making there was no instruction, nothing from him. So you just think you are going to break Westham down at your ease, at your own pace. We were not moving the ball quickly. We were not moving. We were very static, just waiting for Westham. All of today's game is basically on Pochettino. I'm blaming some players, but not really, not like the coach. The coach was not doing anything. It felt like we did not train for a week. So Enzo Fernandez in this game, I do not understand the role he was supposed to play. Because when Gallagher was there, okay, I understood what Gallagher was trying to do. I understood the role. But Enzo Fernandez himself against the wall, against that brick wall, I do not understand the role that he was meant to play. Because if they were going to have a transition, it's not going to help out in transition. So that you are removing him away from the transitional process. That's why we kept Gusto. Gusto was constantly at that right back, constantly. It was not even overlapping at all, because they knew that in case of a transition, these guys were just ready to transition just from the striker straight to one of these Bowen or one of these guys they put in the wing. That's all. That's their plan all through. So Gusto was actually made to stay there. So there was no way we could overlap. So what was Enzo's role in that game? I have no idea. And so Jackson was being held back. There was man mark on Jackson throughout. And this coach did nothing throughout the game. He took out the 2 fullbacks and left 3 defenders. And Disasi was already on yellow card. He could not do anything. He couldn't take him off to change it. Man, this is just a disaster. Hopefully he can learn from it. But then at the same time, I don't think our wingers are good enough. I've said it from the onset. I think Madueke in time, maybe. But Mudryk, I don't know. It looks like he's playing within himself. It looks like looks like Mudryk is just playing for himself. He does not put a press. He does not pressure the defense. He doesn't track back. It's on the ball. He's static. Without the ball, he's static. So honestly, I don't know why he's here. Maybe that's why we're looking at Boga, or what's his name. We're still looking at wingers, because this guy Pochettino does not trust these wingers, and rightly so. So it's just a disaster. I'm so disappointed in this manager. For this one, I'm very disappointed. If he thinks we're going to play Liverpool every week, this is the type of games you have to win. These are the type of games these are the type of teams you have to break down to stand any chance in the Premier League. You only play Liverpool twice in a year. You remember when we used to play Liverpool, even under Potter, I thought we were good. We never lost to Liverpool. We were always playing good against Liverpool, because why? There's always space behind their defenders. There's always space in the midfield to every year. We always have space to play to. But if you play Westham, you play all these Everton. This team, this is the same way they set up. So if you are training, he better go back to the drawing board, and in training, pack 7 players and ask 4 or 5 players to break them down. You do it constantly. You have to do it. If you don't do it, forget about the big games. You can beat Man City. Once you lose 5, 6, 7, 8 of these small games, it will destroy
your season's done.
Your team. It's over.
Yeah. I get you, Kim. That I'm saying. See, in as much as you can blame the player, also like I was telling Nana, I blame the managers too, because I do not understand Chilwell and co. I understand Chilwell because he doesn't trust the wingers we have, but this players needs to also improve themselves. They are getting paid to improve this team. And I think I understand them. I understand why that is happening though. So that was why I want improvement from the manager. We're gonna play Luton Town on Friday. I want to see the lineup, and I want to see improvement.
Why did he use all our defense?
Us Abdul's gone.
So let me come to
because if Thiago Silva got injured, now we're going to change emergency in the next game. We'll now start playing back 4. Cole will now come back to the defense. How is there supposed to be chemistry between fullbacks?
Let me come to Let me come to you on this. Give me your take on the match.
Abdullah, that's probably the best analogy of the game that anybody we give you on here. Mm-hmm. King Black was spot on that game.
Yeah, he was. I agree with him.
King Black was.
That's why
I didn't blame
the players too much.
I'm not happy Abdul left, but that's the best. Like everything King Black said, it was. Why would you play Colwill as your left back? That guy can't overlap. He can't. Oh God,
he can't cross, and it's not his fault.
Oh, you mean at the end of the game?
But he can't cross. What do you expect? What do you want from him?
Yeah, at the end of the game, I didn't get
the coach. At the end of the game, the coach. But let me let everyone go. I'm listening to
the match. Give me your take on the match. Go ahead. Cruz, brother, how you talk? Don't come around here. It's the second game of the season.
Does anybody have this type
Who's-
of egoistic feeling about Mudryk, or is it just me?
I said I was done early on in the stream. I said I was done.
Yo,
can you hear me?
I'm done.
Let me hear Cruz. Cruz, give me your take on today's match.
We're seeking, but I think that I feel that sometimes he gets open and then they don't pass him the ball, and then he gets frustrated. And then as soon as he get the ball, he's like, "Oh, I have to show them that I can do something with the ball as well, like so that they can trust me or something." I feel like they don't really.
I think there's a problem with the communication.
Yeah,
that's why I agree 100% with what Kim Black said. Our left back, that's why I'm pissed off with Chilwell in terms of, yes, he's the assistant captain, but if you're a left back, use your brain, because we can talk about this back thing stuff. He has his chance against Liverpool. He missed. Today, he has his chances and he missed again. I'm sick and tired of it, because we can blame managers and this. As a player, if you have your chance, take your chance. This is Premier League. They are ruthless. When you have your chance, take your chance.
If we had like 10 shots on target, good attacking play today, I will not be angry. Bro, we don't look like if they added 30 more minutes, we could have lost 2 more goals.
I know we don't look like I think the penalty is
we're going to score.
But Kimbla, this is my question. Who is our designated penalty taker?
You remember when I asked this same question?
I'm asking myself the same question. The club official are saying is James. James is out. So if James is not playing, who the heck is taking the penalty? Who?
Enzo.
It looks like he's Enzo.
As a coach, you cannot give your striker the benefit of the doubt.
Striker is there, let him play.
What's the point?
I'm confused, though. I don't know who the designated penalty is. So
yeah, I'm surprised Sterling or
if James is out.
No, Sterling's not good at pens.
It's not good.
Penalties.
He's not good at
Jackson never took a pen as well, so I don't know.
So
I feel like honestly it was just Fernandez like I think it's Fernandez is one of the leaders, so he was like, let me take it. If you're no, but the thing is that if you're Jackson, go and take the ball. Like, I'm the striker, let me go on, be that guy, take the ball and say, I'm gonna score the goal. I feel like at the end of the day, sometimes when you spend, especially when it's not designated, James is not there. Put yourself forward. Like, go and take the ball.
David said it's Christopher Lukunku. If Lukunku is our designated penalty taker, we are finished. He's out until December. So what do? If Christopher Lukunku is our designated penalty, he is out until December. So what do?
Someone has to step up.
Someone has to step up, man.
Yeah, it depends at the end of the day.
Abdullah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yo, yeah, man. Big up, everyone. Look, yeah. Today, bruv, to be honest, I'm not surprised about the result at all. I think even when I came on a couple of days ago, we spoke about some of the players. Even after the Liverpool, I think I came on like a week ago. We spoke after the Liverpool game, and it kind of felt like we won. And I was like, yo, this feels like a winning stream. And I was saying there's loads of things in that game. Like NK's title says, if that was Potter, there's loads of things that I'll be thinking, that was this. There's loads of things that you could think that, yo, if this was Lampard or Potter, first of all, the alarming thing is that all the top managers who have managed our club, or all the managers in general who have managed our club in the last 18 months to 24 months, have realized that no matter what their philosophy is, Dortmund, I mean, Tuchel come from PSG, Dortmund, Lampard come from Derby, and been in the Premier League for years and seen so many different tactical systems. No matter what, when it hits that first game for them, they bottle it and they go to a 3 at the back. And that, to me, is alarming, because changing a system at a club holistically and implementing it is hard. You have to have the right players. I understand that. But it's just alarming to me after spending $1 billion. I know people are going to say Nkunku's out, Poch doesn't want to play like that. But how do we know this? It just always seems to be when we get to that point of starting a season or managers trying to implement their style, we end up with a 3 at the back. It's just a bit draining, to be honest. I just can't really get my head around it. Like, why he didn't at least gamble on it and go for it and at least then make the tweak halfway through the game, especially against West Ham in a low block. I think someone said it earlier, like, we know what they're going to set up as, but we're bottling our principles to just look good in a 3 at the back.
Sorry, Chris, because before we come to the show, I was talking to Nana on this. I noticed something in this player, which I don't think you guys noticed. They are a bit selfish. We are not playing as a team. which is pissing me off because there was the times where Nico was making a runs. Enzo was even calling for the ball, telling, pass me the ball. Same thing with Chilwell in the first half. It was, I'm free. Give me that damn ball. Chilwell booted it. I'm like, how you brainless? Somebody is telling you, pass him the ball is free. You booted the ball. Same thing with Sterling in the second half. It was like, give me the ball. I'm only one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Boom. So I noticed this in the play where they want to over-impress by being selfish, which I understand. But sometimes you have to play with your teammates. Football is about team. When you play with your teammates who scores or make an assist, we can all rejoice together. Everything that we only mean now, it doesn't make any sense. Which I believe Poch needs to improve in that aspect.
Yeah, no, 100%. And just look in that game today, he didn't have much options off the bench. The alarming thing again, it was the bench. I don't know if anybody feels the same, but the bench was alarming. Like when I looked at that bench, I thought if it's not going right here, I don't know who he's going to bring on for goals. And I said it last couple of streams as well. Our biggest problem, I know Jackson's coming a lot of fire from like opposition fans and even some of our fans, but the guy, honestly, he will not be able to do everything. The days, other than Haaland and you've got players like Kane, you don't see those days where there's like 5, 10, 15 strikers around the world who all score 30 goals, centre forwards. In the Premier League especially, you need to have your wide players chipping in with goals. I think I've said this for 5 years. Like literally, I've been saying every stream I've been on, every channel I've been saying this for years. You cannot go into a season where, because Reece James and Chilwell are really good as wing backs, we're going to bottle improving our footballing capability because our fullbacks might score goals. Do you think Liverpool based their whole principle, or Man City or Arsenal are basing their whole principle on their footballing ability because their flipping fullbacks can score goals? That's embarrassing. Like, and we won a Champions League like that. I get it, but going forward, you cannot have that. And the wingers that we've invested in, they aren't able to output goals. No matter if it's Mudryk, Mudryk, Pulisic when he was here, Ziyech when we bought him as a wide player, Pedro towards the end, Willian. We just don't have. We've never had the wingers that can help any centre forward. Even when we had some bad centre forwards, but they never had the pressure. Not the pressure, but they never had the ability to have people around them that can get the goals to help them. So we've always been in the same predicament, and it seems that we're in that position now. Some of the individual, I won't go too long. Some of the individual performances today were unforgivable, man. I mean, that centre back from Monaco, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Disassi.
I mean, that's borderline. That's borderline.
That boy is a shaky warrior, man.
Yo, that boy looks like he looks like he's under review, man. Let's just say like that. He's not. I'm not filing away. His papers aren't getting filed away until for next 10 games, man. We have to really look at that because that looks like a bad piece of business right now. First game he was shaky and he improved second half against Liverpool, but all throughout today, even when there's opportunities to really drive with the ball like Fofana would do, I'm not even a big Fofana fan, but he wasn't driving into the space. He doesn't look super comfortable on the ball. There's an opportunity he had to clip the ball across the pitch and he kicked it off for a goal kick. I was like, yo, like this guy doesn't look the guy, man. And Enzo played good, but I'm questioning that mentality, man. That fiery. I'm good when everything is brilliant, and then second half when it looks like we're getting on top and I've missed the penalty, I can't get a grips on the game again. It's all good getting on the board. It's all
cool. This is the problem. I've had the same question again. Where is the designated penalty? The boys are telling me it's Christopher Nkunku. Nkunku is out until December, and if the boys are afraid of taking penalty and Enzo say, "Let me take it," I don't blame Enzo coming at.
You know why? But you know what's alarming though? Every team now, I don't know if everyone else has noticed this. The designated penalty taker doesn't grab the ball first. What was alarming, again, if you notice now, there's a new tactic. I don't know if you guys have seen it where
they hold the ball.
They hold the ball.
Someone else holds the ball.
Yeah.
Enzo ran to that ball like he was in the playground and it was like the last goal. You know when you play last goal wins? He ran to the ball and I'm like, yo, where's the no one's. What you're saying is true because I don't know if anybody knew who the taker was or it was up for.
It's Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah, but it looks like it was just up for grabs because
it was up for grabs.
But that's alarming because there should be a tactic again.
Yeah, coach.
Yo,
I have to know who's taking the pens.
Yo, and they should have a system in place where if it's going to be Enzo, Sterling picks up the ball, maybe Jackson picks up the ball, and Enzo sets himself, and then he takes it. The guy ran to the ball like, yo, it's me. Like, I'm like, yo, chill out, bro. That's not what we do now because we know that they're going to put you off. He ended up missing the penalty. There's so many, I don't want to go through everyone because I'll just take too long, but there were so many performances on that pitch. I mean, I don't want to talk about Caicedo because obviously we know what that is. He's not fit. My whole thing is why is he not starting? If he's not fit, you don't bring him on in the middle of a London derby when it's 1-1 or 2-1. You start him and then you take him off because we're going to dominate the ball. So that looked like a weird decision again because what were you bringing him on for? We were already controlling the ball.
If that's the case, don't even play him at all.
Don't play him at all. Then there's another suspect decision as well. I could go through so many from the manager. I don't want to get onto the manager because
get onto him. Get onto him, bro. Get onto him. We have time today. Get onto him.
Cool. Why?
Managers get onto him. He's the manager. We have to consider.
Can anybody tell me why, if our most creative player in Carney Chukwuemeka comes off? I know this is Abdul being gonna like this because we spoke about this a couple of days ago. I cannot believe that the replacement for Carney Chukwuemeka was Mudryk. It couldn't be more chalk and cheese. It couldn't be more polar opposite. Like he's a controlling midfielder. He's a 10. He's able to make turns and sharp, quick decisions in tight spaces. We then lose him. And you bring on Mudryk, who's completely the opposite. There's no space to run in behind. There's no space. You have to front. Now the game is all about tight spaces and quick, sharp thinking and movements. He's not physical, so he can't do what Antonio was doing for them. He has no attributes to impact that game. He had nothing. He was against Sufal, and he did burn him a couple times down the line. But I've always said it with Mudryk. Your judgment at Chelsea will not be how much times you run past people. You are one of the quickest players I've ever seen. Your judgment will be how intelligent you can be and have that pace. Are you able to assist? Are you able to cut in and shoot?
Preach.
We can't be. How can we be basing Mudryk on literally? Oh well, he ran past someone. Yo, the guy needs to be technical, bro. Like you need to show. Yeah, you're quick, but what else can you do, bro? Can you drop a shoulder?
You know, for me is how are you beating this guy to foul? You're right-footed, right? You go to your left each time. You overhit every single cross. Not one cross could be on the guy's head. You overhit every single cross. I don't get this guy.
The problem I'm having with Mykhailo Mudryk is this is my issue with him right now. My problem with him is his brain is a little bit fake. Where I believe he needs to work on that comes with consistency, playing week in and week out. Secondly, we have a coach who can evolve player. So I'm not gonna get like I told them. I'm not getting angry at him. I'm gonna give him the season because now we have a manager who can actually coach him and tell him do this and do. And I'll say it again: if he does not improve this season, Saudi Arabia, please bring money.
But I get what you're saying. But some of the problems with Mudryk don't look like I don't look. I'm gonna be my opinion. They don't look like fixable problems.
I think it's fixed. The problem with Mykhailo
Mudryk. How do?
Okay.
How?
They don't look
what I see with Mykhailo Mudryk is I think it's somebody suffering from, how do I put it? The on trust of his players. I think that's where the issue is. Because the players around him does not trust him up to say, okay, we'll give you the ball, make that difference maker. I think that's where the problem is because if Enzo is trusting him, because if you have a left back and you are playing with Mykhailo Mudryk, your job is to get the ball, give him the ball, let him run.
No, it's not. No, you can't give this guy.
He has a point, Cruz. He has a point because think about it this way, right? As soon as Mudryk came on the pitch, who was the first player he kept looking for? Every time he got the ball, he always looked for one person.
Jackson.
Exactly. He never looked for anyone else except Jackson. Why? That's the only guy he played with.
Oh my
God. No. Enki, wait. Listen. I'm gonna mute my mic, right? But all I'm gonna say is right now, Mudryk's stock is on the floor. I don't deny it. But like crypto bros, as they always say, you buy in the dip. I have bought a lot of stock. It's going to go up.
It's not going up.
All I can say is, look, a lot of these players. I watched the game how I watch it, and I've seen these stories before. Like I heard this with Kai Havertz. I heard this with Mount. I heard this with all these players. Like at the end of the day, it's Pulisic. We've been Ziyech. We've been here before, guys. Like literally, we've been here before. Mudryk at 90, 88 million or 65 plus 15 and Adams, whatever he costs. Ultimately, at the moment, is not performing, and I'm not seeing a light at the end of the tunnel with Mudryk. I'm not seeing how he improves. I don't think he has the footballing capability to improve his game at the moment. I said it on the last stream, and apparently it was like the general consensus that every Chelsea fan rates Mudryk. And I'm like, yo. So today now, the reaction I'm seeing, I'm like, we can't keep going from game to game. Like it's either people rate him or they don't. Like
I don't rate the guy. I
Yeah.
tried to support. I can't support this guy. I'm sorry. I mean, I will.
No, man,
But
okay, you're
in
hating.
terms of
Okay,
seeing
you're
it,
hating.
no, I don't see anything. I don't
No,
see
man.
anything about this guy.
You know what I think his problem is, NK? What I think Mudryk's problem is he spends more time in the gym than with the ball. That he has the capability to do those things, but he doesn't spend enough time with the ball. So that's why the ball never glues to his feet. The ball never. It's like he's always kicking and running. If he spends more time to play football in his backyard and practice these things that watch Vinicius Junior's clips. If you're not going to do anything, just watch clips of players and see how they make decoy runs, how they start and start with the ball on your feet. This guy looks like he just trained in the gym and he learned how to do skill, and that's it.
Yeah.
He didn't grow up playing
He
football.
doesn't look natural. It doesn't feel natural. The ball doesn't feel natural with him. It's like he's always chasing the ball all the time. I mean, when you see Martinelli, when you see Mitoma touch the ball, you can see there's a synergy between the ball.
There's a love there.
There's love between the player and the ball. Because
you can't laugh for.
Wait. So you're telling me Mitoma and Martinelli to make love to the ball while Mudryk harasses it. Okay.
No, Martinelli. Hang on, Martinelli is not like
Martinelli's a bit of a pitter patter, but it's still not.
Yeah.
It's still better. When you see Grealish with the ball, he will not score goals, he will not do anything, he will not assist sometimes. But when you see the ball with his feet, you can see the synergy. There's a match. It's like Mudryk is chasing the ball all the time. That's why he keeps frustrating us. Like if we were playing the team, like if he was playing like a Western team, he would have been so good because they would just wait for Antonio to hold up the ball. Mudryk would run 100 kilometers and they would pass him the ball, on the counter attack all the time. But in a team where you're supposed to have smart players all over the place and change positions. You move from the left, you drift in, you create triangles. Bro, it's going to take... And people are talking about coaching him. Bro, there's a 23-man squad. 1 week per game. Even if we're just so lucky it's 1 week per game. Tell me how the coach will dedicate his own time now with him in the training ground, telling him what to do constantly and correcting him constantly within a week. And you have to neglect the rest of the players because to do what you guys are expecting Mudryk to do, it will take personal training, personal coaching with one player. It's not going to happen. He better improve himself.
Let me
just finish my last.
I better not see you guys in the victory laps, man. I better not see you guys.
Right.
Let me just finish before Blue Eyes. Let me finish before Blue Eyes goes. Yeah, no. Literally, look. This is like I said. I've seen this story before with players, and I just keep saying this whole coaching aspect. I said it with a few other players in the past. What top team? I need to understand what top team buys a player. I've said this for 2 years. Buys a player for 90 plus million. Let's say 70 plus million, and just says, you know what?
It was 45 plus add-ons.
We're gonna coach him. We're gonna coach him till he's better. I don't know why us as fans, especially Chelsea, where we've had top players. How can we be saying now someone needs to come here at 80 million, 90 million pounds and hasn't got a first touch, doesn't have a synergy with the ball, and needs to be coached? That is what kept Kai Havertz 3 years in a row, because us as the fan committee, let's call it, we're saying no, it's fine. He's not this position. He's this. Give him time. He's got the time, bro. The guy's not up to it. Keep the train moving, bro. Keep the conveyor belt of players coming. You can't just. You think Man City are sitting there thinking, yo, if Akanji's not working out, give him. I know he's not a young player, but he just came to the Premier League. Give him 2 years, bro. If he's not good by the end of the season, he's gone. That's it. We're not ruthless. We're saying, well, you know what, Mudryk, he's 88 million. He comes from this league. Maybe he's not up to it. give him 2 years, 3 years. Nah, bro, you give him 6 months. If he's not looking up to it, that's more than enough for me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the money.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm
Yeah,
done.
man.
I'm done.
Like you guys, I
that
better not
sounds
see you in
harsh.
the
That
victory
sounds
laps, man.
harsh.
I'm
But
sorry.
at the money, you can't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
at
done.
the-
It's evident. It's
Yeah.
evident. That's why
It's
Chilwell is
2
being
games,
the
guys.
starter.
Come on.
Exactly.
It's 2 games. I would understand if it's 10, but it's 2. Relax.
At
You
that
guys are
money,
being a bit
I don't think we can
overdramatic.
afford to
You're being a
relax.
bit
Before I go
overdramatic.
to, let me read the chat before I go to Abdul.
But Kidman, you're
Shout
funny,
out to
please.
the Dosbole as a plan. I feel like a bunch of young players and freestyle on the way.
This is why Pochettino was talking about experience. He said, I know the young players are here, but I need experience in this team
What I
because
like.
he's looking at these players like, what is
Even
this?
the language that his manager used in post conference look like conference was Potter X.
Yeah, I don't know.
Both
I don't know.
of you said you might have been on the right Jackson rapper, but it's not just in. There's a lot of players in the squad. Bully is just Sud Night, and this is EPL Day 2 record. Happy birthday to Black.
The only player I'm not blaming. Hey, big ups, jokes. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Make I give my boo, my brother Kim Black. Make I give him money. Oh, cash up him. If you are using cash up, give him money. Oh, Kim Black.
Winning the
Throw
league.
your cash up tag on the show. Throw it on the show. So let them send you.
Vote with your feet.
Hit the like button, guys.
I just want to know before Blue Ice goes, I'd like.
Let me just make the chat finish.
Yeah,
Nancy, aka Baby Desai, relax, please. Respect Desai, please. I'm begging, please. Respect Desai is a baller. Please, I am begging. Don't do this. I beg. Marcel Desai is a player, please. Mudryk is structurally bad. At least Sterling is structurally bad. With English, this English is not going to kill person. Abdul versus Skin Black, man. I don't even understand. God have mercy. Voila in the stream, Emily Sky, I am finished. If this was Potter, Abdul respond would be different.
Vote with your feet.
The fan base don't bust. The Prince, he don't enter out. We don't finish. How you play it at the back and it looks sloppy? Yeah, Kim Black 100% right. Yeah, certified. How you doing certified? You aren't gonna play Liverpool every week. Yeah, it was supposed to be Christopher Lukunku is out until December, so we don't know what does it. People forget Vinny was raw at one point. Jackson has the tools.
People say this, Abdullah. Can I respond to this? Mm-hmm. People say Vinny was raw at one point. Please pull up Vinny's 4-season start at Real Madrid.
I will try to.
No, Vinny was poor. Like, let's be real. Like, Vinny was.
No, King Black. The guy had Somali music in his complicated. Come on, he's all the Somali man.
No,
come on,
like, yo,
please don't do this.
Yo, Vinicius has his own player said he's playing against us. Don't pass him the ball.
Yeah, Benzema said that himself. I don't know why we're trying to revive it now. I don't know why you're trying to revive it now.
Vinicius was terrible as well. Like, let's not act as if Mudryk is poor, but
I wouldn't say no. Mudryk is terrible. I don't think Vinicius was moving like this. Let me tell you that.
But Vinicius,
NK, you're saying this now. You're saying this now.
No. Both said I told you Chris Money was my pick. Relax, please. Vuti agenda said decisive cost 50 million. How does that happen?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Come on.
It's 2 games, man. Oh, come on.
Don't do him.
Vote said when I called him Ukraine Adama, you can see. Vote also said Jackson is also an issue. Sometimes it looks like it's playing a different game within a game. It's not sync with the tempo of the game. Yeah, he needs to improve on that. I agree. They said Blue Eyes was crazy. Marcos Alonso wins Chelsea. Jorginho is not listening to this comment. Chineke. I don't want to do that, please.
Okay.
I thought we had the best recruiter in the world. Vote also said, don't compare Jamal Zidane to this Kiev Adama dude. No comment, please. I beg. No comments, please. Be cool. Abdul, talk your talk. Talk your talk, sir. Give me your take on today's matches, and please.
King Black, this is time to be wicked. Don't let him talk.
Abdul, go ahead.
This is your time, King Black.
Don't turn this to Ladipo market, please. I beg.
Big up everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you all. We can hear you all.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Sorry, what did the kid say? Somebody should
Don't worry
or
about what he
whatever.
said.
Hey,
Don't worry.
don't worry, man. No worries.
You can you can decide to wear either, I don't know, do you want to wear blue glove or red
He's
glove
greeting you. I
whichever
will
one.
continue
Greeted
talking.
you. Yeah, he greeted you.
I'm
Anyway.
doing my man. I hear.
Give me your take, brother. Go ahead.
Anyway, we have to be very careful here
Okay.
because number one, what we have is a new team, and we have to be very careful how we slice and dice it. Not careful in the terms of we should be scared of actually dissecting or analyzing what has happened, but in terms of we don't want to go too far sometimes, and it's a new team, and there's a lot of things people have said over the past few weeks and few days, and I realized that people are saying it not because we have it or we don't have it, but people don't even know what we have. Okay, I think it was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, Abdullah, we were talking on your stream, and somebody did mention that Kanye doesn't have goals in him. Okay,
I said that. Yeah, I said that.
okay, and then he scored a goal today.
Lovely goal.
So he's not saying he doesn't have goals in him yesterday because he doesn't have goals in him, but because he doesn't know what Kanye is. Because the team we have is so young, we don't even know the team we have, or we don't know what this team is going to turn into. So there's a lot of assumptions going into place. You know, he scored an amazing goal today. You would think he heard what we were saying in the stream yesterday. You know, and another thing is people are saying Nicholas Jackson, they're sort of like talking about his goals. But then if that wasn't Nicholas Jackson, if that was what's his name? Sadio Mane of Liverpool, after 2 games, we wouldn't be talking about his lacking goals. Because we already know what Mane is. But because we don't know what Jackson is, we're putting out all these labels because we haven't seen it yet. But we don't know what the kid is going to turn out to be. Because especially in the first half, Nicholas did everything except score goals. He did everything you would like from a striker except score goals. Okay, and he did the same thing against Liverpool. And if you can make impact like this in a new league, in a new team, who knows what the guy can turn out to be? So we don't really know. And even in today's game, when he missed that cutback from Raheem Sterling, when Raheem Sterling went past like 4 defenders or whatever and dribbled past them quickly and had that cutback, and he missed that kick, he didn't miss it because he didn't have the ability. It was because even he wasn't expecting Raheem Sterling to make that run. So even they are still learning. They that are actually interacting with themselves are still learning. So it's we that are actually watching them, because we don't know what most of them will turn into, because we've not seen it before, because they're a very young team. So we have to be very careful in that instance. There's some things that just watching, you would say, you think this is a mistake, or you question why this is happening, or why that is happening. And as a fan, you want to jump on it, and you want to be you want to critique it, and you want to voice out your opinion about it. But it's difficult. It's difficult. There's some things that I saw today. I'm thinking like, why did this happen here? Why did that happen there? Why is this working like this? Why did this not work? Because it seemed to me like there was a breakdown in the second half for whatever reason.
After the penalty lost in the first half for me.
No, when they came back in the second half.
That's what I'm
there was a
saying. Before
breakdown.
after the penalty in the first half that Enzo missed.
No, but you don't. That's what I'm saying. We have to be very careful because you don't know. Is it the penalty miss that made the team break down
And I
mentally?
think Chukwuemeka was good enough.
Exactly. Is it because Chukwuemeka came off? Is that not scary? Because one person comes
I
off.
think that's what sells back. I think that's what sells back.
Hold on now. This is not the first time a player is going to get injured and we take. Are we saying every time a player gets injured and you take him out, then the whole team breaks?
In that position,
if you take him off,
in that position though.
If you take him off and you bring on Mudryk, then that you're in trouble.
Well, that's an opinion. I don't know, maybe that's true or not. But Mudryk was not the only person that came on today. But I don't know. That's why I'm saying we don't even know what this team is going to turn out to be. So there's a lot of if and buts and a lot of permutation and combination going on, But then, it's all football education anyway. But I'll just advise people not to overjump because this is just the second game. Not to overjump. So in 2 games with well, if you want to, you can. There's different aspects. There's different ways you can watch football. So but the only conclusion I can make is we played 2 games. We played 4 halves, and we've had 1 bad half in 4 halves.
Abdul, can I ask you a question?
I wouldn't say that's a failure. So at this point in time, I want to reserve my own judgment. If people ask questions, I can tell them what's in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But
let me
I
ask you a
don't want
question.
to.
Abdul,
I don't want
let
to.
me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question because we watched the preseason, right? And I was seeing some things in the preseason that I haven't seen. I haven't seen today. And I just want to know: would there be a logical reason? I know you're not the coach, but I'm just wanting to, if you could see anything, is there a logical reason as to why there are certain things where we saw in preseason that we aren't seeing now? For example, because I thought Maatsen was one of the best players in preseason, but I haven't seen this guy, touch the ball in the first 2 games, and then I'm seeing Mudryk that was getting games, and he looked promising in preseason. Doesn't start the last 2 games. I know it's 2 games. Doesn't start the last 2 games.
Okay. With Maatsen, I will believe there's an element of doubt. This is only what I'm thinking and my own opinion. I would think there's an element of doubt in Poch's mind on what to do with him. I think that's affecting how he applies Maatsen. Because you would think naturally from football that Maatsen is actually he said he was using Chilwell as a left midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Left winger.
You would think Maatsen is a better left winger.
Exactly.
Than Chilwell, but he hasn't used him in 2 games. So I don't know why he's doing that. I think there's just a bit of doubt. I think maybe they're thinking about maybe the team minus Maatsen this season. Maybe they want to sell him or loan him or put him somewhere or whatever. I don't know. But I think there's a
question marks.
There's a question mark in terms of what they want to do with Maatsen. In terms of you said the Mudryk was showing glimpses in
preseason.
He didn't play. To me, he didn't play bad. He didn't play poor against Liverpool. Today, he was more or less idle when he was playing Kani's role. But then later they moved him to the wing. Okay. And he did what he normally does in the wings. But then he played less than 40 minutes or so. And he wasn't having the ball as much. Well, rather I would say I noticed at a point we were just desperate to go through the middle. And I was wondering why were they not going through the wings more often. So, but then I don't want to put judgments. But our second half was a bit poor. And I wondered if we had scored that penalty, maybe the second half would have been the same. I don't know, but that second half was a bit poor. I have my opinions, but I don't want to like make judgments on.
Fair enough. Blue Eyes, I know you'll finish me here with the Konichukwu Emeka, but I have to give it to you. You were right about him in terms of the way you preserve him as a player. For me, I wasn't thinking in terms of him, but today he kind of proved and it showed why you kind of trusted him. And God gracious goodness me, Moises Caicedo debut was beyond explain. I cannot explain what I was with that debut. I know you're gonna roast me. So and Opanka missed penalty. Like Blue Eyes always say, Jorginho was a penalty taker, and I keep asking myself, where is the designated penalty taker? Is Christopher Lukunku, who goes out until December? So if I have a penalty now, who is taking it? Enzo every day. We are finishing this Enzo every day. So somebody needs to step up and say, okay, if Nkunku is absent, I need to be the one to take the penalty. We have to wait and see. If you get another penalty on Friday, I want to see who takes the penalty. Is it gonna be Enzo? We're gonna be in serious trouble with that because his record in River Plate and Argentina and even Benfica is not a penalty. It's not a good penalty taker. He does not know how to take penalties. He has other attributes, but when it comes to penalty, he even miss a penalty in the World Cup against Netherlands when they were playing a penalty shootout. He missed. So he's not a renowned designated penalty taker. So I don't know why he's been given the penalty. That is a question decision I need to ask Poch. Why the heck do you give him the penalty? Why? Is Jackson not confident? Sterling not confident? Who is not confident enough to take the penalty? Why Enzo is taking it? I don't know. That's the question for Poch. He needs to answer. Let's go ahead.
Is Blue Eyes here?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Blue Eyes, what's up, man?
Yeah, my brother. Hey,
Yo, Blue Eyes, were you here after that North game? Were you here? Bro, I wanted to talk to you about that, man, but just go on ahead. We'll talk about it later.
No problem, bro. Yeah, man. This was a painful defeat, man. It was a terrible defeat from all aspects of the game, from the bench all the way to the field, man. It was just terrible. And for me, we don't have defense. We don't have a defense. I don't care what anyone says. We don't have a defense, man. When somebody's throwing themselves at you like a young baby, carry me. What kind of nonsense defense is like? How can you be throwing yourself like a baby in transition? Who does that? How do you throw yourself like a baby in transition? Weak side. We don't have a defense, guys. Our defense is suspect. And that includes Thiago. When I mean suspect, it's just like we have to really tighten up. We have to tighten up, man. That defense, no. Because how can a low block, right? The reason I say this, guys, is how can a low block expose you like this? This is a traditional low block now. No, this is the reason why I'm frustrated. This is a traditional low block side. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
It's traditional as it gets.
It is a traditional low block. How do you expose us like we got played like we just played against Barcelona? How? Midfield, my goodness. Midfield, that was just pathetic.
Yo, I'm hearing Carney got to an ACL. Is that true?
It looked like it.
Damn. Oh, bro, is it weird that so many players are getting ACLs?
So many players are getting like ACLs.
And you know, Kenny, this has been happening last season with the women's teams in the women's leagues.
Man. God forbid,
fucking hell, man. And they just want to add more time. They want to add more games.
If it's having ACL, we are finito.
I hope not, man. This boy was he would have scored 2 goals today, but that's by the way. I just want to talk about the performance of the team. This team is nowhere ready. That's why it was very important not to expose Caicedo. It was very important. Mm-hmm. In a game like this, you leave Caicedo on the bench.
I'm glad you said it and not you don't want to start.
I told you, Abdullah. I told you yesterday. I told you the other streams. Mm-hmm. It's not that it's a big deal, but in games, it's not even because of what happened today. Just in general,
it's not right, man.
It just it shows you are you're in control. You brought him in. He's not ready yet. We already have a system that is running. He can be part of the team, but he's not going to play. There's no rush.
This is an Ugochukwu type of game. I don't know why they don't use it.
Anyways, like I
It
was
just
saying,
smells like Felix. Sorry.
let me just
that Felix
let me
situation.
just finish what I was saying.
Ugolele.
Again,
My guy.
This team is far from ready to play any kind of competitive football, man. I don't care what anyone says. From top to bottom. I don't care what anyone says, man.
Yo.
This is like including Opanka. Including Opanka.
You can't whisper. You can't whisper. Blue Eyes. You can't whisper.
No, I'm just trying to be respectful.
Why was Opanka on the penalty?
No, you are.
No,
You can't
forget
forget
the pen.
man.
Hold on, let me say something. It's not because of the penalty, miss. I'm talking about overall performance. I'm talking about domination of a game. I'm talking about looking for ways to expose a low block. Opanka was in no man's land. Come on, man. Opanka was terrible, man.
Sorry to cut you, but was you in the last? Was Blue Ice in the stream when I said, "Yo, can he play for NK?" You remember we spoke about this?
we were talking. Nah, it was me and
I said, "Yo, we're talking about football now, bro." Him in that final third, he doesn't have an eye for goal, bro.
I don't think so.
He doesn't.
I don't think so. And I'm not trying to target him. The same thing with I know if I talk about Cruz, if I talk about Mudryk, people will say
talk about Mudryk or talk. I beg talk.
See the problem. You see the problem, Mudryk. Yeah. Man, can somebody tell me what the right position for Mudryk is?
We don't know.
It should be right wing.
Low key, the decision to bring him on in a 10 is, I'm not gonna lie to you, Pochettino's file is on my desk. Yo, that decision, I'm not over that. I'm not getting over.
No,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie to you. I won't sleep. I can't.
No,
sleep.
man. Listen. For me,
well, that's because he has pace. That's because he has pace.
In a 10, in a low block.
In the 10.
That's because he has pace.
No, but does he have twinkle toes? No, Blue Eyes. Does he have twinkle toes?
No,
Twinkle toes and pace is different.
No, he doesn't have twinkle toes. No.
I'll play him on the right wing. Twinkle toes, man.
I'll play him on the right.
Yeah, I'd probably play him on the right. But I don't know. He played on the left.
Anyways,
oh no.
The mode of the story today, ladies and gentlemen, the mode of the story today is we got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Even with Caicedo and Lavia, we still have some kilometers to put into that midfield to bring some balance. These guys don't even know what you see what happened to Caicedo today is a blessing in disguise, because Caicedo with Brighton, right, has always played high line. Nobody parks the bus for Brighton.
Yes.
No, who's going to come and park the bus for Brighton?
Mm-hmm.
So there's always space to run. Like if I was watching all his comps the other day again, I'm not trying to be specific, but you can see him with all the space. But you can see in a game today, you see, ladies and gentlemen, when I was telling you about Paqueta, I hope you watch him today.
It was a shit I was going to the boy. It was good.
I hope you watch what look that boy can do to a game. You see, that's what you call nasty. Nasty. That's
explain.
A piece of connector. It was pissing off Gallagher.
That's a midfielder right there. That's a mid. That's you see why I can see why Poch is good. This is a guy that he literally destroyed our midfield and our defense. Personally.
Honestly, I thought it was mid. I don't think it was.
No,
I want to know what Blue Eyes saw. That's what.
Honestly.
You know what he did more of? He was more of.
Blue Eyes have a thing for mid players, but that's good.
Paqueta was fantastic today, man.
Yeah, fantastic is a big word, but
no, explain why.
Fantastic.
He didn't flash on my screen.
I know and that's when you know a player was good. The ones that don't flash are the ones that are exactly what the doctor recommended. It's the ones that flash. You see all the ones that flash.
Is what doctor recommended.
Hold on. It's the ones that flash. What happened? Let me ask you a question. Who was the best player for Chelsea?
Sterling.
Absolutely.
Bless, it was in as much as I can.
But if he flashed
today, it was very good.
And he was flashing, Blue Eyes.
He was flashing.
What do you mean flashing?
He was flashing.
What do you mean?
Nah, he was flashing. You therefore saw him. You saw his backs.
For me, Sterling was the best player on the pitch.
Of course, he wasn't flashing. He did exactly. He did what Sterling does. He did a Sterling job. He put so much pressure on their defense. Like
I think Sterling was the best player, but with caution. Like he was the best player, but there was a lot of things that he done wrong as well, man. His game just doesn't look polished. He plays football like an 18-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah.
That,
I think that's a bit. I think that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
Yo, this guy,
That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
Okay.
That's a bit harsh, man.
He said, okay.
Nah, for me, man, he does 3 things good, 2 things bad, 4 things good, 1 thing.
Okay, I can hear that.
I can hear that. But that's always been him.
No, but
that's
at this
always
stage
been
of
him.
his career, we can't afford that, man. We need him to be that guy when he gets the ball. He's like I said in the Liverpool game. There should be times
Guys,
when
we might
Sterling,
have to revisit
something,
these 7 years contracts, man.
When Mudryk is having a bad game, he should be able to look at Sterling and say, "Okay, cool. This is what I'm going to do." Sterling should be advising him, like, "Okay."
Blue eyes. I'm worried.
Bless, let me ask you a question.
Let me say something again. I want to say something. Hold on, Abdullah. I want to say something again. Abdullah, before you ask a question, guys. Who put the captain's band on our banker? That was just
Bless.
Chilwell.
Bless. It pisses me off because when Chilwell get off at 60 minutes, he gave it to Silva. And I'm like, okay, Silva's gonna be the captain. And I was like, why is Enzo Fernandez the captain ahead of
Wait,
Silva?
Enzo was captain today.
Exactly.
Yeah. When
I'm
came off.
like, what is going on here? That is on the manager because that's a lack of leadership.
Blue eyes, we are falling far.
I hear
we
you,
are
my
falling.
brother.
We are falling.
Who did that though?
falling so bad. I hope we don't relegate.
Bryce.
No, we're not going to relegate. But who did
Bryce,
that? Who put that armband on him?
Black gave the best analogy for
Bryce,
this
I
game.
don't understand. Wait. Bryce, I don't understand who gave the captain handbands to make Enzo Fernandez. I don't know who.
Abdullah. Chelsea have more worrying problem than the captaincy handband right now. There's more.
Blue eyes. Too control. Did you like his game?
No, the game like this is not for Chilwell. Because this guy should have figured it out. Pochettino was just man.
He was shit today.
Pochettino, his game was he exposed himself today. I couldn't believe what Pochettino did today, man.
Yo, can someone tell me what formation we finished the game with?
Let me tell you what I would have done first. I tell you what I would have done first. I would have taken out what's his name? I would have taken out what's his name up front.
Jackson, Nick.
Thank you. He was surplus to requirements.
The man marked him out of that game.
He was surplus to requirement. It was just unfortunate. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Find the quickest path to get him the ball. If he doesn't get the ball, he does what he does best. He comes back to help, which is beautiful. But that's what West Ham wants you to do. Because as soon as you come in, then you fall into their trap.
It's true. It's actually true.
That's what they want you to do, man. They're hoping you do that because, and by nature, Jackson he's that kind of player. He will always come back when he's not busy. You keep busy.
When he was making that shoulder run, they were scared. As soon as he starts dropping in, Zuma's thinking, "Okay, cool. I don't mind you being in
exactly.
I don't mind. Stay there.
No, they put a man on him. Either he drops deep, the person drops deep with him. If he comes back, the person stays with him all through the game.
Now, but there was in the first half, he was staying on the last man and waiting for the ball in the channel. And then he got a bit frustrated and then he started to drop in.
He started dropping in.
We spent like 15 minutes passing the ball between Thiago Silva and Enzo. They were taking 15
Thiago needs to let go of the ball, man.
Thiago was taking too long on the ball. He was just slowing down the game. He was slowing down. He was just slowing down stuff. There was no urgency.
Let me tell you something. Even with all these players we bought, we don't have a frame. We don't have a skeleton, man.
I said it. Yeah.
We don't have a skeleton. I'm telling you, and I'm the biggest fan. And we're going to win the league. Let's not get interested. I'm the biggest fan. We're going to win the league, but I'm going to call it the way
Say
it
it louder, Blue. Say it louder. Say it louder.
We're going to win the league, but I'm going to call it the way it is, based on the performance.
Blue Eyes, how many games left?
Hold on.
How many
Based
games
on
left?
hold on. Based on the
36.
performance I saw today.
Okay, and that's like how many points? 118, right?
Wait, land.
Based on the
Okay.
performance I saw today, one, we don't have a defense. And when I mean we don't have a defense, we don't have a defense. Number two, we need to retool our midfield. We need to retool it. We have the resources. But we
But
need to
Lawrence,
retool it.
you have to be conscious that 4 of our defenders are out injured.
Exactly. No, but Abdul, there's a difference between we don't have a defense versus our players are injured. We don't have a defense means we don't have a defense.
So, Blas,
Yeah,
I want to
but
ask you a question, Blas, because this is annoying me.
Oh,
And
you understand the question now?
yeah, I
No,
understand the question,
you
Blas.
understand what I just said, right? We don't have
Yes,
a defense means we don't have a defense. It has not. It absolutely, you're right.
because Blas,
If
I
we look
want to
at
ask you a
context,
question
Abdul, if we look at
because
context, you're right. But
this pissed me
as
off
it
a lot.
stands, if you go to play with West Ham against West Ham this morning, you're playing against West Ham. They don't care if you don't have people or not. Look at West Ham. It got to a point where West Ham brought in Omona.
Yeah, Angelo. Yeah, Angelo.
They brought in Omona to close down shop. Imagine down 10 men, and they actually shut down shop.
They did more than shut down. There were still threats in that game.
And they scored the goal. That's what I'm trying to say.
For me, I then would try and caution inshallah with they have big defenders and big players. Like you're trying to
Bro,
cross
it
the
wasn't
ball
even
to
that. It didn't feel like they were playing with 10 men.
What
throughout
system?
that
That's
whole-
why I asked. What system did we finish the game? I don't know what he tried to do.
Yeah, at the end he just he saw all the offensive players on the bench. So like you guys just go out there.
Blas,
Hold on.
I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one thing. Punch is caught between a rock and a hard place with Mudryk because of the club spent so much money on Mudryk before Poch came, and Punch, you can tell Punch doesn't really want to play the guy, but he has to play the guy.
You can tell he doesn't want to play him.
No,
And Mudryk is on that list as well.
Yes, Spurs doesn't rate Mudryk.
He doesn't rate
Mudryk.
Mudryk
Same
as
thing
well.
as Noni. So that's why I called Noni. I called Noni's out already. He doesn't rate Noni.
He doesn't. I said it from preseason.
He doesn't like Noni and Mudryk right now.
He doesn't. But because of these are what do you call it? These are assets that were acquired before he came in, right? So there's obviously going to be not clash, but there's going to be
some players that don't align.
You have to be very saucy and very strategic when it comes to these kind of assets with the club. You can tell he doesn't, because if not, Noni would have gotten more time. Same as go ahead.
Here's my issue, Blue Eyes. Well, not my issue. I have an inclination to think that Chilwell is on that list as well, because he was re-signed to a longer term deal before he came, right? He's not going anywhere, and I just don't think he came off inside 60 minutes. Blue Eyes. I know you might have said it's not his game, but he can't even be trusted to play left back, in my opinion. So where does that leave?
Chilwell, no, the thing is, Chilwell has political pull.
It's political, yes.
Yeah, you cannot not work without Chilwell. The way we're set up right now, Chilwell has to be in the picture one way or the other. You understand? So again, it's like giving the captain's band to Reece James. It's that kind of effect. Chilwell has that pull down. I don't know how he got it. I still look at Chilwell sometimes as a Brighton guy, but he works his way into that ecosystem.
He's sleazy. He's one of those cool workers.
Guys, let me ask you a question, because last season we were here when G5 was taking the penalty, everybody was shouting, "Don't you have a striker on the pitch?" And when I think it was a Lampard or Potter that came out and said it, Kai Havertz is going to be my designated penalty, and nothing changes. Whenever we play matches, it's going to be Kai, and we know we trust Kai to take penalty. Now I want Potter to do the same thing. Who the heck is the people are already saying Christopher Okunku? Okunku is out until December, so if Okunku doesn't play, we'll step up and take it. I'm looking like Jackson. You are the striker. Sterling, in as much as it's us.
No, he
players
can't
are there that are confident enough to take penalty. Why Enzo? That's my
This,
question.
Abdul, this is what you're missing. Enzo's performance today should not be based on that penalty miss.
No. I'm talking because that reason that penalty was a crucial man, because if he scored, we come out in a different way in the second half. We became a different
It
team.
was going to be 2-1 if he scored, I think.
If it's going to be 2-1, that's a different game entirely.
Yeah,
Down
he
West Ham come out and play us.
He would have deflated them, and he would have forced
Listen.
West Ham to come out
No,
more.
but Rice.
Listen, let me say
Rice,
something.
Rice,
You guys are,
Rice.
listen, you guys are, you're absolutely right. If he would have scored, of course, we potentially win that game, but it takes away from his overall performance because he was supposed to be the string puller, right?
Yeah.
Guy wasn't pulling anything, man.
Wasn't pulling shit, man.
No, in the first half he did. Second half, hang on.
I wouldn't say he did. I would say he played some nice passes. That one into Sterling. That he did control.
The guy, no, come on, guys. The guy was playing with 2 left feet. Man. Come on,
Blue
guys.
Eyes done with his analysis?
Yes,
Because
I'm done. I'm done.
No, honestly, Enzo's first half was this, but I feel like after the penalty, I don't know, maybe he had but second half, honestly, he was non-existent. Like, I didn't see him trying.
Do you think he's fit enough? I think he takes too much touches, man. He takes like extra touches and he moves. Around too much.
If you saw him last season and see him this season, the guy has lost a lot of weight. Let's be honest.
This boy didn't pick up. Listen, oh yeah, one last thing. Sorry, I'm not done. My last thing. Okay, my last thing is, I just hope this boy didn't pick up ACL.
I think he did, man. I really do think he did.
You're right. Too many spiritual injuries, man. I don't know what's going on.
I hope that.
NK.
Hold on. I just want to say something, guys, really quick. I have to give that boy his flowers, man. I just hope he didn't pick up an ACL.
That was a finish.
That's hold on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you call a grown man goal.
Yeah. I have to give him his flowers. I've slandered that guy.
No, because Blue Eyes, he had that face in the preseason, right?
Oh my goodness, that goal! I don't even think anybody.
That was a brilliant goal. That's
a top goal. I will call him Bambi today. Like,
that goal is a grown man's goal.
That's a goal. That's a finish. That's a goal.
Did you see the way he dropped that shoulder?
Yeah, the little shimmy. Yeah, that drop shoulder.
He did that in the preseason, but he missed.
Look at what he did. Do you see Souček on the ground?
Souček on the ground. Oh my gosh! You're 19.
Wasn't it Souček that injured him? Or was it someone else? Who was it?
No, he slid himself. It was self-inflicted. He slid.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
The bad.
Chuku, what a goal, man! What a goal!
It's just a shame.
By the way, Blue Eyes, before we continue, right? I wanted to ask you quickly, bro. That like I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I just want to say quickly because that day I didn't have time. But man, listen, man. When I saw Mecha break down, something in me hurt, man. I can't even lie. It's like watching your own Blue Eyes, man. I felt pain. I saw Chelsea fans making fun of him. I just felt pain. I was like, that's not how it was supposed to be. Why? Why did you leave? I could just see it in his eyes, man. You know the thing is, Blue Eyes. It's like the one that got away. I swear to God, I've slandered him, but my God, the guy, like seeing him, the guy had a panic attack. Blue Eyes. He legit had a panic attack in that bench.
Why do you?
I felt pain, man. I can't lie. Actually, Blue Eyes. I felt pain. I swear to God.
He's gone, man. He's gone.
My boy, man. Blue Eyes. It's like the neighbor kid. You know that neighbor kid that grew up. You watch. You see, like you find him on the street.
Kima, let me ask you a question. Kima, let me ask you a question. What is the difference between Meche's performance at Manchester United and Opanka's performance at Chelsea?
No.
Blue Eyes. No, wait, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Blue Eyes, come on, Blue Eyes.
No, that's a good question, Kenny. Now the thing is, Blue Eyes, right? How he was utilized at United, that game, Blue Eyes. He was set up for failure. Let's be honest. He was utterly set up for failure, and I can't blame him for that. You expect him to hold Casemiro's hand and take the ball and start pushing it around? No, that's not what he does. And you know the thing is, if you watch that game, I watched that game the entire time because I wanted to hate. That's the problem. I wanted to hate, but I just kept seeing him making those runs at Chelsea, and I'm like, what are they doing with this guy? And then as soon as he got off, I could just tell. I was like, he can't clap the fans. He knows it's just a price tag. And I was like, my God.
Bless, I want to ask you a question.
If you just stayed, man. If you just stayed.
I'm going to go to the boys, but I'll go to Bless first. Coming because we'll play Luton Town on Friday. What changes do you want to see going forward? Bless, go ahead.
That's a fantastic question.
Coming to Friday, what changes do you want to see?
That's a fantastic question. Let me see. Interesting. You know what I want to see, right? I want to see a more intense midfield, but I don't know how to build that intense midfield.
Because they asked me about the reason I said because they asked me about Lavia. I said Lavia because of the transfers and everything, it was stressed, so they didn't pick him to. And I'm asking the same question. If that's the case, Caicedo should not even come into the pitch at all because he looked very rusty. Just take him out. He's on the bench. Just leave him alone on the bench.
But I'm like, why were you arguing with me yesterday?
The reason I was arguing with you
you and
because,
Amy. Where's Amy?
because I believe Westham was a physical team. So I don't trust Gallagher, but Gallagher played very well. It wasn't even bad. But
by the way, respect to Gallagher. By the way, respect to Gallagher.
Gallagher had a very composed game.
Because when the match started, I was like, we don't know Caicedo in this match. You should have just remain on the bench. Don't even pick him out at all. Exactly. Because you know why? The next match you can let him acclimatize and train with the boy. Then by next match,
I told you guys yesterday. I said leave Caicedo on the bench. Let him watch ball. Leave him on the bench. You can, if you need to put him on the list, put him on the substitute list. Let him watch ball. Sit down and watch ball. See how the team is set up. Don't put pressure on this guy. He's going to want to come in and he thinks he's playing at Brighton. No. This is you against a low block. You're defending a defender. You're defending a defender. Let that sink in. So again, it's all good. You can't. It's just him doing what he wanted to do. He didn't get a card, which was smart. Did he get a card?
But what Paul did to him, but that was an exposure. That was exposure 2.0.
But that's what I was telling you yesterday.
Blue eyes.
I
feel ashamed watching him.
When I told you we did not need to show a desperate hand, there was no need.
Let's not forget Blue Eyes. This guy, he stopped training at Brighton for like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
In Black, that was what I was telling people. I was telling them the guy down tools. Why are we forcing him to play?
He came to London.
Exactly.
He was not training. No.
Exactly.
He went to lodge in airport
in hotel.
He was there until
today.
Meanwhile, all our players were training. All Brighton players were training. Honestly, we should have kept him 2 good weeks minimum to train before even bringing him off.
Exactly.
He's going to be rusty in the next game. He's going to be rusty in the next game. He's not going to be fit enough.
Preach.
And that was the reason he doesn't want to explode Lavia. The same thing happened to Lavia. He didn't even bring him out. I was like, good choice. Why not Caicedo the same way? If you don't want to expose
Lavia was even playing
at
least.
Caicedo trained.
But how many trainings did they train? I just put him.
But Caicedo stopped training since
for Brighton for event.
He packed his bag. Mentally he's not ready yet. Mentally.
I think he will take a maximum 1 or 2.
No, still someone
brought his mom to London.
Some of the mistakes he made.
In his head, it's impossible.
Some of the mistakes you can't just blame them.
Let me hear K. Go ahead.
See that game, I think Pochettino lost you that game. I mean, last night we were talking about this. I said once he plays 3 centre back as the starting lineup, forget it. There's no way Chelsea will win that game. West Ham will play that low. They will play low block. They're a low block team. There's no way you are playing 5 defenders and think you're going to break them down. It's not possible. Substitution was terrible, bro. Like, bro, he had Caicedo as the right back. You think he's deserving? Well, someone should tell him welcome back to the Premier League, man. Welcome back. He just got he got exposed. Poch got schooled today by Moyes. Because there was no way Chelsea will, even if they played the next 120 minutes, Chelsea won't score anything. It won't score any goal.
I agree.
It was just terrible. I mean, the first 20 minutes, Chelsea were just playing the ball around. There was no intensity. Thiago Silva, I've said this about this guy. He's a fantastic defender. Don't get me wrong, but the number of touches he has on the ball Just keep it moving. Just get it out of your feet. Touch the ball one, touch the ball two. Oh my God! I mean, I'm just gonna point like three. I don't want to go around the team. I'm just gonna point out three players: Thiago Silva, Enzo Jackson. That's it, and the coach. That's it. I'm just gonna go through that.
Opanka is going to collect today.
Let me start from Thiago Silva. He's one of the most experienced players on the pitch. You can't see. He's just way too quiet for me. He's just. I don't understand. I think there might be something going on that we don't know. But the way he plays today, I was like, this guy. I don't see that. I don't see that ginger in him. It was just like, it is what it is. Just. He wasn't even trying to coach this. I mean, that disaster, guys. I think Chelsea are probably laundering money. They need to investigate Chelsea. They are laundering money with these guys. There's no way someone paid 40 million for that guy. I'm sorry, man. I call him
Disassi.
There's no way someone paid 40.
It's too early. It's too early.
I'm telling you, I've seen this guy play at what's it called? There's no way someone paid 40 million for him. But that's just that's just by the way. So next on my list, Enzo. Hey, I said it last week. He has to back the performance he had. He has to back it up. The performance he had against Liverpool, he has to back it up. But what did he do today? I mean, after West Ham scored, Chelsea came back. They tried to like rally up. You saw him for like the last 25 minutes of the first half. Other than that, this guy was a passenger, man. And the problem with Enzo is, if he's not ticking and making the game tick, it becomes a liability that you have to carry, because he practically does nothing defensively and going forward. And I thought when they bought this guy, when they advertised this guy on his clips, they were showing the guy has like all these shots from outside, doing all this. I didn't see none of that. I haven't seen.
What's crazy here is that they did not even show him shooting from outside the box. He just one shot in his career.
They saw Chelsea, the Japanese version of Enzo. The Chinese version of Enzo.
They are laundering money with this player.
They are laundering money. Chelsea, they are laundering money. There's no way they are paying all this money for these boys.
Went to Ukraine to donate to Ukraine too.
I said, Kingba, they are laundering money. There's no way you will tell me they are not laundering money. They are laundering money. They are laundering money.
This is the reason why I say when we first got Enzo, I asked the question, and I wasn't trying to be funny. I say, what is Enzo's best position? People tell me he's an 8. People say he's a 10. I honestly think if Enzo puts his head down, he's a 6. I'm telling you, because like you guys are saying without saying, the guy is on when he's on, and when he's on, he will distribute 1 or 2. But when he's not, the whole team collapses. So why put him on that mantle? Why don't you put him in areas where he can distribute the ball, and then once in a while he'll show up and attack? Why put him in a place where you expect 90% attack and you're not getting nothing?
Yeah, this guy, he doesn't know how to arrive at the box. He doesn't know how to finish. He doesn't know how to shoot. He doesn't know how to hit the ball. He doesn't do anything going forward. So I just want to leave it at that.
Let me read the shot. People want me to read the shot. Let me
just finish my own analysis.
Let him finish now, Abdullah. Let him finish.
I don't know. I thought you are done. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he's done because go.
He's not done.
I picked 3 people now. And Jackson, I don't think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I said at the beginning of the season he's gonna get like 15 goals. I doubt that now. Watching him play the last 2 games. That's what we said. That's what we said at the beginning of the season, that he's gonna get like 15 goals. But watching him now, I don't think he has that in him, man. He's a good player. All round game is good, but you have to be you have to be ruthless. You have to be ruthless in that box between. I don't see him as that. it comes where he's doing what the defenders want him to do. They want you to actually go back and go and touch the ball and go. They don't want you in that box. They want you to go back, go touch the ball. They want to chase you away, and he's actually leaving. No. Just stay in the box. The ball will come. And some of the crosses, he's not even attacking. Some of the crosses, I'm like, bro, they are just putting these crosses in, just attack it. You know? It's just they are just beating him on air. Like I'm like, bro, they just need to look into Chelsea. I think they are laundering money. They are probably sponsoring some dungeon.
They should have brought in that young boy. They should have brought in that young boy, 17 minutes.
And even that goalkeeper, Sanchez, nobody is talking about that guy in sauce.
That boy is hot. That guy, Sanchez, who goes to fetch water with basket?
Robert Sanchez, yeah,
he's sauce, but nobody is talking about it. But
I have no clue why we bought that dude, man.
He's sauce. He's sauce. I think Chelsea
that second goal was one of the worst goals I've ever seen.
No, that was a shot. That was a strike from
Antonio.
Kenny. No, that goal that's not supposed to go in.
No, that was a strike. Do you see the power put in that? No, that was a strike.
Yo, but
it went between the leg of the defender as well.
Sanchez got a fingertip to it though.
But still, like, if the power in the shot, like that was a goal. I'm not gonna...
Bro, come on, many goalkeepers are saving that.
No,
Kenny, come on, you cannot tell me otherwise.
No.
Honestly,
few goalkeepers, honestly, maybe even top keepers, I don't even know if they saving. That was a strike. That was a strike.
That was an easy save. That was an easy save. I don't.
No, that's not an easy save, man. No, stop that.
Easy save from you.
That's not an easy save, man. No.
At least does that season just block that shot?
Honestly, the guy should never have been put in that position to have that strike.
Exactly.
This actually should not be playing for Chelsea, man.
He should not be playing for that's a very suspect player, man. Come on, man. Like after today, I'm like, we don't have defense. After today's game, I'm like, we don't have defense now. First of all, who is defending what? This team can't defend anything now. This team cannot defend anything. First of all, who does that? How do you throw yourself like a baby into the mix? How?
But let me just interject twice. Yeah, because I know you've been watching football for long. Where was Thiago Silva's leadership today?
It was zero. It was nowhere.
And I'm only making that comment. I can excuse a lot of our young. 2 seconds, please.
Absolutely.
I can excuse a lot of our young players. Mm-hmm. But Thiago Silva is not a young player. Where was this? Exactly. I didn't see any leadership from Thiago Silva.
There was today.
Nothing.
But why? We're talking about Thiago Silva.
No, I said Thiago Silva. No, I said Thiago Silva is horrible. I said it was horrible.
I said it. I think there's something going on with his body language was just like he just feel like he's uninterested. Like even when Chilwell handed him the captain armband, I don't see any reason why he's handing it to Enzo. But that there's even bigger problem than that. Like the guy, I'm like,
start watching these boys. Somebody said, boys. You know what? Maybe Pochettino doesn't like Thiago.
Yeah, I mean,
no. I think the problem is he said because before today's match there was a conversation he had with Thiago when it comes to captaincy, but he said we are thinking about the future. And that is the reason we're thinking about now and the future. That's the reason we're adding the captain and band to James and
Abdullahi
and we with Steven. And I think he said Silva was like, okay, it's okay with James being the captain. And now if that's the case, then I expect a lot of performance from Silva because he's an experienced old head. If they do not decide James is the captain, you gotta support him. You have no choice. You are the experienced central back. This is what brought me to this situation where I need him to be on the bench, not just because Silva is not good enough. He's not a world class. He doesn't have that experience. But we need to see a different combination of defense. Maybe if you can play without Silva, let's have that conversation. Can we play without Silva? If we play very well without Silva, then we can just think life without Silva will be fine. Because if we keep playing Silva out of this, my brothers, we're going to be very lethargic and slow in the game. It does not make any sense anymore. It doesn't. It will be very lethargic and slow. If it is Silva and Colwell, let it be Silva and Colwell. If it is Dizazi and Colwell, let it be somebody. Let us know who is our preferred central back.
Listen, it's simple. It's simple. In illusion, maybe I don't even know the best way to put it. If we have somebody
that can take the ball from the 3/4 of our midfield and take it into the box of our opponent defenders just to cause trouble and to bring
Wesley Fofana can do that.
And to bring people into the game from that midfield. We're fine.
Yeah.
But none of the players today could transition the ball from the mouth of the midfield, our midfield, into dangerous territory on the opposing side for the entire second half. I did not see one transition play.
Yep. No, don't get me started on Monday. Don't just get me started on.
I did not see one transition play. That's the one I'm trying to say. So because the reason is the way we play right now, because we're still new, we need somebody that can get the ball in transition, run into the other half, create chaos so that our guys can post up.
I think Sterling did it to the first Blue Eyes.
Sterling was world class today.
He was very good today.
Oh my goodness. Sterling is he's the one of the.
He was giving the left back Emerson a problem.
The guy he was unplayable.
And I listened to his postmatch today. He looked ready and looked hungry. Maybe this season could be a resurgence for him. He looked very, very hungry. It was like,
don't speak too soon. No.
Wait. Yeah, it might be too soon because I've criticized Sterling, but this performance is like a positive going forward. I've criticized him.
I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not getting ahead.
Let me
but the thing is, the thing is,
at the community center.
But the thing is with Raheem Sterling, I'm not sure if I mentioned it or I forgot to mention it. In the second half of our last preseason, I kind of observed, or I kind of saw that Raheem Sterling is actually back to the Man City Raheem Sterling in the second half of that last game. I think it was against Brighton also. Sorry, against Dortmund. In the second half, he was playing like the Raheem Sterling of Man City when he was in form. I can't remember, maybe I mentioned it or not. I am not saying that Raheem Sterling is what we need or that Raheem Sterling is great, but I could see that in that second half of that Dortmund game, the last game in preseason, Raheem Sterling was back to the Raheem Sterling of Man City. So in a way, I wasn't really shocked, today. But another thing that you need to know is I'm not even concerned about Raheem Sterling. I'm more concerned about Thiago Silva. And I'm thinking, do you think him being omitted from the Brazilian squad is having an mental impact on him or what? Because normally, Thiago Silva, you see him giving direction, you see him talking, you see him communicating, you see him, encouraging.
There was nothing today.
Today, he just seemed like in himself, just like they let him just play my game.
Come on, man. If he's going to, that's a fantastic question. But if a international call up that didn't favor you is going to demean your spirit, then at this level that you've seen it all, come on. You're playing golf now, Thiago. You're playing Thiago. You're playing golf. You're at your golf stage. You're every player's dream. Every player wishes to play golf and still collect money like you're collecting.
And but this is why I'm gonna have a go at Poch in terms of we need to know as a fans what is our partnership in terms of central back, because if it's gonna be live after Silva, then I'm okay with that. Somebody else talk, maybe it can be Dizazi and Cowell, because I think Cowell is struggling because there's a problem with the partnership.
Let me tell you something with Dizazi and Cowell. You see, sometimes I say kiss, pause, keep it stupid simple. These guys know how to do keep it stupid simple. But the problem is if you discharge a keep it stupid simple pass into traffic, it will get intercepted. If you know you're going to make a simple pass, why don't you do it outside traffic? Why are you passing into traffic? As a number 2 or as a number 3. Who does that? Or a number 4. You don't pass into the line of fire. And that's the reason why we considered that goal. Look at how this guy bodied two defenders. Let's not forget how the guy that scored for Westham.
The Monaco guy.
He
Morocco guy.
packaged Juku and Gallagher. It was a 2-for-1 pizza special.
Mm-hmm.
So again, these are the little things, little details we have to look at. Why is it that on that corner kick, one guy got to the ball where there were 2 tall men? I couldn't get it.
Because in the penalty, because the reason I bring out the penalty was people were shouting, "Why not Jackson take the penalty?" And I'm asking myself, is Jackson not confident enough to tell Enzo, "Let me take the penalty," or what is going on here? Because I don't know exactly.
That is what I'm saying, Abdullah.
Is Jackson not confident enough?
We're still a new team. See, some of these guys have not shared a dressing room with each other for even up to 3 months.
Thank you.
You get a point.
These guys met 2 weeks ago.
He might not have the confidence that, come on, man. You know what I mean? You're still new to each other.
But listen, Abdullah asked a very good question. He might not know it, but he asked a very good question. And the reason I ask you, and I'm going to change this question back to you, Abdul. Think about Jackson. You're trying to be the man, right? You're trying to be the man. A penalty opportunity comes up. You're nowhere to be found.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. No, but Blue Eyes.
Let me answer Blue Eyes' question. Okay. The reason, the thing is, you are trying to be the man, but how are you trying to be the man? Are you trying to be the man by being a nice guy or by being ruthless? You could see when Nkunku got injured in that friendly, it was Jackson went to meet him to console him. Like was talking to him, what's wrong with you? Is it this part of the leg? So you can see he's kind-hearted human being.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the shot now.
The relationship he's having with Mudryk. Okay, you could tell it's like a very friendly relationship. So I hear you. He's trying to be the man, but how are you trying to be the man? Are you trying to be the man by being with empathy, as being a nice guy? So this guy went to
Abdul, don't think to. Anyways, if I say it was to listen, hold on. Let me just say that this one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
A penalty opportunity comes up, and I know he's a nice guy, or he shows that he cares for his players. It's a goal scoring opportunity. The coach did not assign penalty taking to Enzo, did he?
No.
Why are you going to be there and Enzo will take that shot?
No, but Enzo picked up the ball first.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Thank you.
No, that's what I am saying. That is what I'm saying. They're still, in the early stages of familiarity.
They need to work out a lot of things.
Abdul, this is what I'm gonna say. I know people might say Ronaldo missing this penalty, and this one I'm gonna say.
I would like to go through the comments. People want you to go through.
I'll read the comment now. Let me quickly read the comment because people are saying they want me to read the comment. Let me quickly start. I think we've read this one. Let me see. Baby details. Let me start with. Okay. Mudryk need a loan. Sad to say it. Vote, relax. Enzo man is not looking good. He actually is back of the ball, passive. Okay. FB said, imagine trying to win the game and your bench is Matson and Mudryk.
Nah, no be small thing.
How did James look like the 100 million signing sick word, man?
No kidding.
That Anthony goal, it looked like your defense was doing mannequin challenge.
I don't blame the defense for that goal. That goal was crazy, man.
No, I do.
No,
How can you blame the defense?
For them giving them space, but not for that goal.
No, how can you not blame the defense for that goal, man? It was
you have to, I'm sorry. That defense.
So David Farr said, that is not what I was hearing after we play Liverpool.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Flip-flops. Thank you.
Don't give this manager nothing. No more dopamine signing. He has enough ingredients.
No, man, I think a few Brazilians, a few young Brazilians would ease the pain.
He started playing. He better start coaching. Gullet said Opanka was supposed to give it to Jackson. Put the team first. Pochettino is using an Argentina agenda clearly, but Enzo.
Oh, well, come on now.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
Come on, that's a bit much. That's a bit much, man.
Zebit said, don't blame Caicedo too much. He really made errors, but it is a big error today. He had a good passing vision, but still 2 errors, 1 almost goal for opponent and 1 penalty.
Nah, man. That was awful stuff.
Albert said Blue Eyes predicted Chuku to score. Yeah, I think he did. I've given him his credit.
I did, man.
Mudryk rating today was -9. That was beyond.
I don't know if I should. Abdul, I want to hear you. Actually, no. Abdul said he thought Mudryk was okay.
Not realized. So the one Danzo said Thiago Silva doesn't trust the player in front of him. Interesting.
So he doesn't trust himself.
Goulet said Dizazi had the audacity to say that they compare him to Dizazi. That guy not disaster when it comes to defending, decision making.
I already know with the disaster, people are gonna troll.
Vote said if you notice out of the £1 billion that has been sent, how much has been spent on talent defenders that are 16 to 20? Almost none. Just talented.
Badia Shile is out. He was looking good. Vote review. Come on, man. Come on, please.
Disaster almost get Monaco.
Malagusto.
Please, Malagusto. Yeah.
Jackson cannot head. Sanchez look like he makes a good pino colada.
Come on, the guy didn't have a bad game today. He played well. He played well. Come on.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Come on, that's not funny, man.
That's hilarious.
Yo, Abdullahi.
Vote said Thiago Silva looked like he worked at the community. This guy, this one, Chelsea, you don't finish me. Don't be. Why do we flip flop so much?
Thank you, David. Thank you. Exactly.
I've gone to the comment.
We're fans, man. Well, you're allowed to do that anyway. I'll let you do that anyway.
I think you went to the match today, or did you went or not? Because I had.
Good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
I had the fan base.
Can hear you, man.
So go ahead, brother. Give me your take on the match today. What exactly went wrong?
God, man. Where shall I begin, my brother?
Where shall I begin? Begin anywhere. Go ahead.
Goodness gracious me. Man, first of all, I didn't go to the game. Thank God I didn't buy a season ticket this season, but I said it last season.
Are you going to go
to
Okay.
No. I told you this season, because of last season, I'm not buying a ticket. I told you that last season.
Wow.
I'm not going anywhere this season.
You're not going to the bridge this season?
Forget that bridge. Even if you tell me to go to River Thames,
no, I'm going twice. I'm going twice.
Oh, come on, man! Don't you want to watch the World Cup? Don't you want to watch the World Cup winner? Come on.
Don't do that.
Oh, guys,
I'm
not today.
I'm
not
going
today,
2
please.
times in the next month. Don't do that to me. I'm going, please.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Enke, you can go. It's a good experience. But I went to every game last season.
Oh no, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, okay, I understand.
Because I had a season ticket, so
I understand.
I've been through the ropes, so I'm not going to go through it again this season. But yeah, man. You know what? We need to start from the elephant in the room. And that is Mr. Pochettino, for me.
Yep.
Mr. Pochettino is on fraud watch for me, to be honest with you. I know it's the second game. I know people are going to say no.
The guy no be coach. The guy
this, that. Oh, guys, you know what I've noticed today?
Painful. The guy is not a coach. It's painful.
Wait, sorry. Yeah, you just increase my screen. So you could just increase my screen. I'd appreciate that. Yeah.
You know what? I've noticed something today, and I think I've noticed.
Cucurella, man, don't worry. Your time is coming. We believe.
Stop.
Go ahead.
We believe.
Key man. Let me finish.
I just need Cucurella to get like a white eye. You know what was his name? Vanilla ice type braid, and he's going to believe himself.
We're not going to go to the agenda right now. Let's just talk about the main things. To be honest with you, man, I've noticed something with Pochettino today, and I'm sure you guys watched it as well, and you've noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy have got a Jedi next to him, just like Potter. Have you guys noticed? His assistant manager.
Which Jedi? The iPad?
His assistant manager. You remember what Potter used to do? Every time he's looking to the right and he's doing Chinese whispers. with his fat assistant manager. The same issue, I saw it today with Pochettino and his assistant Perez, Mr. Perez. I had to even Google this guy's name just to find out his name.
Mr. Perry can't do.
Mr. Perez NK. That's his name. You can check it. This guy, Pochettino, was very clueless today.
Okay, go let's. With due respect, I'm sorry, but
welcome back, Oluwa.
You're being very unfair at this point in time. very, very
Oluwa, let me finish, please.
Yeah, okay. You want to finish? That's fine.
Please let me finish.
I'll come to you, Oluwa. Don't worry, let him finish.
And then we can continue from there. Basically, all I saw was as soon as the Carney injury happened, this guy, instead of making a change that makes sense, this guy had the audacity to play Mudryk as a number 10.
So what would you have done? What would you have done?
I would have played Matson.
Yeah,
he did it in the preseason, guys.
No, you want to
he
play
did it in the preseason. Keyman, 1 second. Keyman, 1 second, please. Let's
Slide slime, my brother. Don't mind them. Slide slime, don't mind them.
Yeah, let's put the agenda to one side, Keyman. This is gonna hurt us. I looked at our table now because I was watching Match of the Day. Do you know, if you look at the table, the only people that are underneath us in 2 games is Sheffield United, Wolverhampton, Everton, and these are one of the most favorites to go down this season, if nothing changes, right? So I can see the pattern starting from 2 games. It's not about being fair.
Don't do that.
It's not about being fair, NK. If we don't tackle this right now,
no, because I'm scared. Don't do that.
Within 6 or 7 games, NK, forget about title race. Within 11 to 14 games, forget about top 4. If we are not careful. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, let me come back to Mr. Pochettino. This guy played Mudryk as a number 10. As soon as he realized that he made a mistake, what did he do? He took out the wing backs, which was what's his name? Chilwell and what's his name?
Gusto.
The guy
Gusto. Very good observation.
Gusto self, he's on fraud watch. This guy, he changed his hairstyle from last week to this week. This guy not be care about training.
There was a lot of them that had the same hairstyle.
I don't know say this guy no ball, man. I don't know say this guy no ball. Okay, no, you know ball.
Oh guys.
You know ball.
Oh guys.
Keep going. No, cool.
Thank you. You know what? Gusto is on fraud watch. I don't know what happened to this guy. The game against Liverpool, when he came on, his decision making was horrendous.
Erratic.
Horrendous. The guy is trying to do too much. You can see he's trying to do too much. I don't know why. I don't know if it's what Pochettino gave him as a direction to do, which is to keep attacking and ignoring the defensive side. But when he made the substitution and he took off the both wing backs, now we are stuck in a messed up situation. You brought on wingers to play an attack. Who are your wing backs? You don't have wing backs. Caicedo, even though he came on, and yes, he had a disaster class, and to be completely fair with him, this guy never properly trained with Brighton. No, he played preseason games because of all the transfer nonsense that was going on with him. So it's logical for him to come on and be a bit rusty when the game is already on 100 miles per hour. But Caicedo, at most of the time since he came onto the pitch, was playing right back because Pochettino took off his wing backs. Disasi cannot play right back. We know this. This guy, if you give, you can easily leave him with a half turn. With a half turn, Disasi is gone. Honest to God, guys, and I'm not even being an asshole or anything. We are talking about Chelsea Football Club. Yeah.
Nah,
right?
This guy had a barbecue. What's his name?
I told you.
Algeria. No, Algeria. What's his name?
Berama
had a blast, man. He had a blast.
So guys, Abdullah.
Oh, guys.
Yeah. I'll go to you after.
Yeah, go ahead, Alu. Yeah. Thank you, Alu. So basically, with Disasi, I've noticed a few things, and it's not only Disasi. There's a lot of players that need to be called out today.
Thiago Silva.
First of all, let me start with the positives. Kani Chukwuemeka.
Man.
That guy, it's like he was listening to us last night.
Ryan Sterling.
We said it. Ask Blue Eyes is my witness. Yesterday, Oluwa, we said, this guy, his problem is he don't finish and he doesn't have a killer pass.
I question him. I have
yes,
to give credit to Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes.
But
I have to credit you, man. You were on it with him. I give you credit.
Yeah, 100%. But in terms of distribution, we knew the guy is money. Today, as soon as he took the first shot, it was an amazing goal. We saw what he did to Suchek. Kudos to Kani.
I can't believe it.
That injury.
That was a Vieira-esque goal, to be honest with you.
That is a Vieira-esque goal. That's a Yaya Toure goal.
Mm-hmm.
He was an intentional
100%.
finish, man. I'm telling you, that goal.
100%, guys.
That injury, oh my goodness.
Please don't.
God forbid, man. I hope it's not long, man.
It could be an ACL. That's what they said,
like
but they're not completely sure.
You could tell.
Bro, the knee was swollen.
That knee was swollen. I was like, whoa. Hopefully it's just an impact injury.
How many ACLs have we so far?
I hope so.
All we can do is hope.
They just beat it back into shape, or
no,
man, but
somebody not
wait.
Did somebody
no, you have two options, guys. You have two options: either operation or rehab.
So surgery or rehab.
Did somebody not show a video? Did someone not show a video of him leaving with a
crutches
with crutches? Yeah.
Chukwuemeka,
At the end of the game. So it looks like a bad injury.
It looks like a bad injury.
He couldn't walk by himself. Even after.
AB.
He could not put his feet on the ground. He couldn't put his feet on the ground.
Yeah, go ahead.
AB, I have something to tell the panel.
Let's finish up because after that goal, I noticed that immediately there was a pass Jackson gave him. If you remember that part, that he wanted to pass to Sterling and he fell off the player. That was when he should have gone out because that was when he had that injury. That was when he should have gone out.
But you know what? And there's a few things that I've noticed in this game, and I'll bring it up, and you guys tell me if I'm going crazy, right? Kani, I don't blame him for trying to continue to play, because this guy realized that he's got the opportunity now. If you don't fight for your position, there's other people on the bench that are going to take your place. Especially, he didn't know that this is going to be the situation, and we are going to lose 3-1. But whatever happened, right? So the guy wanted to keep proving to Pochettino that I'm the guy you can rely on, since Nkunku's not here. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be. But guys, let's be completely honest. We saw, guys, we saw the Liverpool game. We saw the second half. We saw our intensity. This week, there was no intensity. Everybody was tired from the 70th minute. Am I high? Or did you guys notice this?
Yes,
I don't know what happened to Pochettino, man. The guy just didn't get it tonight,
man. Guys, I think
awful stuff.
No. You know what I think? I have a theory.
When I saw the lineup, that's when I had a bad feeling we were going to get a shit result today.
No, the lineup was
the lineup was
okay.
No.
The lineup was good, man.
You have a Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez.
We should have got it done. We were on the way to getting it done anyway. We should have finished.
Penalty shot.
Steven,
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I will come to you.
What I would like to say is, like I've said earlier on, let's be very careful how we judge some of these players, especially the young professionals, because as you can see, can it change a lot of people's opinions just within 24 hours? You know, so some of these players we don't even know how, the kind of players they will turn out to be. Okay,
Abdul, I'm not judging.
Let's just focus on the experience.
I'm not judging. Yes, I'm not judging. All I'm seeing is observations.
No. Yeah, okay. But some might make conclusions from there. But to your next point, it seems the team were disoriented after 70 minutes. But
no. They were tired.
But Raheem Sterling's energy was still high up to the last.
But that's what. No, I'm going to get to him. But what I mean is, if you look at every player, even the ones that came off the bench, I remember even Noni at one point, he tried to take on a player, right? The right back of West Ham, what's his name? Sorry, the left back, what's his name? I forgot his name, this guy. Was it?
Emerson.
Emerson. No. Yeah, who was playing? Was it Kofalo Emerson?
Emerson's left back.
Emerson and Emerson's left back, Kofo's right back.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Emerson. So what happened was, obviously Emerson had been playing most of the game. Noni just came on right now, right? Noni tried to shimmy the guy. The guy took the ball. I was expecting Noni to get back, because if he could have accelerated, because Emerson was in two minds. He was thinking, shall I cross the ball and play it straight to Antonio? Or shall I play it to the midfield toward Prowse? And then he can continue from there. So the player was in two minds. And Noni was just jogging back. So that's the moment I noticed. And I started looking at every player. I started looking at Enzo. I started looking at Thiago Silva. I started looking at Disasi. Even Colwell self. Everybody from the 70th minute looked exhausted. So the only conclusion...
Were they mentally fatigued or physically tired? I thought it was more mental.
The only conclusion I could come to, comparing how they played in the second half against Liverpool and the intensity of the first half, is the fact that maybe Pochettino is overtraining these guys. Because Opanka couldn't lift his feet before the final whistle. I don't know if you noticed. The guy couldn't stretch properly. He was finished. And this guy had 7 days to recover.
Opanka had a tough game today. Let's be fair. He had a very tough game. Very tough. Very challenging game.
But guys, he's supposed to be a playmaker, right? And if you're playing a defensive line, you will have most of the ball, which means you don't have to track back as much because they're only going to counter you. It's not like you're playing an open game. You run, I run.
But Gallagher had most of the ball, not him.
Yes. And it's down to him. Why was he that exhausted?
Exactly.
This makes you question, why is a player that had 7 days off and was almost man of the match against Liverpool become this bad within 7 days?
Listen, it's not that. It's just that, and I know I'm overhyping this thing. Low block is a bitch, man.
It's true. It's true.
Low block is a bitch, man. I'm telling you. 1 minute you think you got it. Next minute you lose by 1. Another minute you finish 1-1. You finish 0-0. Another minute loss. Low block is a bitch because of the way a lot of teams set up differently. A lot of people do mid-low block. Some people do low block. Some people do one-line block. Like there's so many ways. This thing, low block, is not easy.
They were playing 4-5-1 in defense, guys. And the funny thing is, this is exactly the deja vu that we had from last season because our kryptonite was low blocks.
Been low blocks for the past 4 seasons. It's been low blocks for 4 seasons.
It's been low blocks.
Yes. And until now, we cannot find a response for any low blocks.
The only way we beat low blocks really quickly.
Something. I said it to Blight. I don't know if you noticed something.
Yeah.
When I was watching the match, the player looked very selfish. They don't want to pass to each other. And that is the question of a manager. Because why is Sterling getting the ball, not passing to his nearest man? Why is other players not getting the ball?
Why are you bringing Sterling?
Was doing the business.
No.
How many assists did Sterling give Jackson? How many assists did Sterling give Jackson?
I'm saying
on a plate.
Yes, right. I'm saying I'm looking at the player. We're not playing together as a team in terms of beat players pass. Majority of them want to score. They want to score. Me too want to score. Which I believe the manager needs to have a conversation with them and tell them exactly what they needed to do. And I think it's 2 games that can improve. But like I said, Luton Town.
Abdullah, I can answer your question.
Right.
What did Pochettino drill into these players in preseason? It was 2 formations, 4-3-3 and 4-2-3-1.
Mm-hmm.
In those 2 formations, how many goals did we score? How many chances did we create? How was the fluidity?
I don't know why he's going away from preseason.
He said because of Christopher Lukunku out. That was the reason he had to.
Really?
That is a pathetic reason. I'm sorry. That is a pathetic reason, Abdullah. Because if you really think about it, you came as a new coach. You brought a new philosophy. The players bought into your philosophy. All of a sudden, you said, let me gamble and try it against Liverpool. It worked because Liverpool are not a defensive team. Liverpool are going to play gung-ho with you. You run, I run. You run, I run. That's how Liverpool plays. So the three at the back will work with Liverpool because there's always spaces. But if you're playing a low block like this, you need fluidity. How can you get fluidity if the identity that you gave your team you're not even using? I don't know.
Fair enough. Oluwa.
I'm done anyway. Oluwa, go ahead.
Give me your take.
No, it's all good. I see a lot of people out.
Please, I'm hearing some background. Please mute your mic. Don't guys, don't watch Tom and Jerry on my show. Please don't Tom and Jerry. Please, no Tom and Jerry on this show. Please, I beg. No Home Alone here or Baby Day House. I beg. Please don't watch Home Alone. I beg. Tom and Jerry here.
Before you go ahead, somebody made a point earlier on. I think it was you, Gullet, that he played with 3 center halves.
Yeah.
Abdullahi.
Who said that? Is it Gullet?
Gullet, and I mentioned that as well.
Why would he play with 3 center halves? Even if you're playing, he said he plays back 4. Okay, why would you play with 3 center halves?
Because he took a gamble against Liverpool, Abdul, and because Liverpool play an open game, it worked. The gamble paid off. We played one of the best games we've played for a very long time. So the guy thought, let me use that as a momentum. But you don't do that. You don't do that because you've been drilling the team in pre-season with a certain identity, which is 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. Now that it worked once for you, maybe it's because it's Liverpool and you wanted to prove a point. When you're playing a low block team like this, who's looking at your spending capabilities and already coming with their foot behind already. They're not coming to attack you. They're coming to defend. You should go back to basics and go back to your identity. But the guy stuck to the same gamble. I don't know why.
Well, guys, to be honest, like I personally don't think. I know we're very disappointed, but I wouldn't say we played so bad. Something I did notice in our game, it's just when we are dominating, we don't score goals. The first half, we should have killed up that game there.
Yeah.
And from that moment, we lost the penalty. We didn't score the penalty from by Enzo. Coming to the second half as well, I think we played okay. Before what's his name, the striker had the one fantastic goal. For Pochettino, I wouldn't say I'm going to start panicking yet, calling him a fraud. No, I understand today's game was very disappointing. We lost, right? That's sad. But like, I think we should give him some time. You're playing Luton Town. I think Luton, right? On Friday.
Which player?
We're playing Luton on Friday. Let's see how we play. I think based on that game and the next game, we can now say, oh, this is the
after Luton Town, we play Nottingham
yeah,
Forest.
so I think it's too early for we to start criticizing Pochettino and his pattern and all that. It happens, it happens in football. Sometimes you play very good and you don't win. The first half for me, we played very good.
Olua, this is West Ham though.
I know.
West Ham.
Yeah, it's West Ham. Don't sound like West Ham is a very easy team to play. It's always a very tough place to go in, and that's the truth. We're very. The commentator said the same thing as well. We didn't, West Ham didn't deserve to, to be leading that game by 2-1 initial, second half. So our players need to start scoring. We complained previous season about having Pulisic. It was not good enough. Look at the players we have to replace Pulisic today. Noni, what's his name, Mudryk. They have the player Pulisic is. They don't score goals. They don't create, or rather, they don't make assists. So for me, like, our players need to start scoring. And our striker as well. I like him. He's a very young lad. But I don't understand when it comes to being clinical. Raheem Sterling for me was outstanding. I told a lot of people, like, this guy will score more goals than Mudryk. If we were to have any player to help us with goals, you can rely on Raheem Sterling. He had a terrible season last year.
I thought we were saying it together here.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad you even remember, right? He had a very poor season last season, but Raheem Sterling can still contribute goals because he's done it before. Those other guys haven't done it. In midfield as well, I was very sad for Caicedo. Expectation was very high, but it's just his first. It's his first game. These things can happen. The back as well. I don't know what
the
to
back
say.
was suspect. The back was suspect.
Yeah, it was suspect. But I don't want to get.
Was mad
I don't want to
suspect.
get too too worried and say, "Hey, the season is going to be a disaster."
Oh,
No.
you know what pisses me off about the back? The crazy thing is, Thiago Silva looked like he took himself out of the game intentionally and just put the whole pressure on those two young
boys,
on Colwill and Disasi. It looked like he just excluded himself. That's why you cannot see any flaw in his game today. He's that clever that he can genuinely just take himself out of the game and you will not see any of his flaws. He was not getting closer to Antonio, give him all the room to do whatever he wants to do. And he spent too much time on the ball at the same time. It's crazy. That's why you will not see anyone blame Thiago Silva for this game at all.
But he took himself out of the game, like you said.
Olua.
Yami.
Olua.
Yes, I'm you.
You there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have I have an important question for you. So
sure.
I went on Twitter and I saw someone tweet with Nkunku out and now probably Carney for a good while. He asked, do we revisit our interest in Florian Wirtz or Ryan Cherki?
Those players, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not still convinced. The Cherki guy, I don't know much about him, to be honest.
Things I haven't really watched him that much, and things with Florian Wirtz, like I do watch Bundesliga, but I normally watch like Dortmund most of the time because that's the team I support in Germany. I don't really watch Leverkusen that much.
Everybody, come on, you too.
But I did start watching
Enjoy, Abdullah.
highlights yesterday, and
there's nothing else to do but eat.
He is kind of promising, but is he the guy we really need? I mean, this Mohamed Kudus.
Because I was watching the match and one of my friends was messaging me, was like, they don't finish you now. I was just laughing. And I wasn't pissed. I wasn't angry, but I was pissed. And why I was pissed is I don't like our combination of games from the defense to the attack. Why I said that is Disasi, Silva, and Levi Colwill for me. Poch has a lot of work to do in terms of having a communication, because when I notice something is, ever since Jim become captain, Thiago Silva has been very lackluster when it comes to decision making and his control and his leadership. I don't know exactly what happened because we don't know the truth now. Maybe later we will know. But ever since James has been announced as the official captain, there has been a problem when it comes to Thiago Silva leadership skills. That needs to be. He's one of the players we rely on a lot. That needs to be fixed. Today, it did not speak to anybody in terms of putting them into position. Everybody was just looking all over the way. Kobe was nowhere to be found. Disasi was a disaster everywhere. Gusto was just nowhere to be found. I'm like, where is Silva? You are the leader of this team. Control this team.
He was doing it, Abdullah. In fact, it's one of those things I noticed first. He was constantly speaking to Colwill and Disasi. He was constantly doing it. The thing is, the coach. Do you remember when? I don't know if you noticed. As soon as Casido came in, it was Thiago Silva that positioned him on where to stay.
I thought that too.
So what was it that? Did you not see it? Am I the only one who saw it? It was the one that said, "No, don't stay here. Stay here."
But
it's not the coach.
Who gave Enzo the captain? Because I noticed that when Chiwe came out, he gave it to Silva. Who gave Enzo the captain? Who?
For me, generally, you just have to take Silva. You have to put him on the bench going forward. He's our best player for me, but he needs to be on the bench. If you're not going to give him the captain, if he's not going to be the captain of this team, you have to just put him on the bench. Show him that okay, you don't trust him enough to be the captain. Because I don't get why is he not the captain?
I'm confused.
Why is this captain not causing an issue in our team? Like
no. You know why it's causing an issue? Because Silva is an old head. He's an old head.
See, you can be. Let's say we are in a class, and someone has been chosen as a leader for this team. Either he has the capability to lead or not. That's his own business. You understand? But if you have someone who is meant to be the leader in the team, he's going to pull back. He's going to draw back to decisions like coming to meet referees, decisions like calling players out and be like, "What's going on?" Because he's not been given that authority. You get what I'm saying? Naturally,
Yeah. And he don't want to overstep. And he don't want to overstep because
step on anybody's toes, because at that point, the person he's speaking to might be like, "Bro, you're not the captain of this team." So
and they're all young. They're all young.
So you don't want to.
So of course they might take it wrong. So
yeah, you don't want to make it look like you're trying to bully them. So since you have not been appointed officially as a captain by the new manager, what does that say?
but Kim Blacko, let me point out something that we've noticed as well. When Caicedo came on, right? I saw Caicedo telling Connor, "You play as a 8, right?" And Connor moved up to play as a number 8, right? And Caicedo was left alone as a sitting DM. At that moment,
he didn't understand it. I think this guy did not understand the instruction. Gallagher.
Yeah, because I saw him telling him play an 8, but within 5 minutes they took him out.
Yeah,
within 5 minutes,
because
he was
as
out.
soon as he came in, I thought the formation at that point changed to a 4-2-3-1. The formation at that point was supposed to be a 6-6 of Caicedo and Gallagher, just to stop the transitioning.
You know what's funny?
That was the instruction, but
Because
Gallagher
you know
never
what's funny?
sticking around. Gallagher just
you know what's funny? I was
Gallagher
watching
just
the
went
match.
straight.
Sorry, King Black. I was watching the match, and something
So
just
I thought
something
just
ran
there was
into my head. You know what
communication
went into my
here.
head is when they brought on Caicedo. What ran into my head was Blue Eyes. He
The
will
coach
finish
was
me
not doing
tonight with
anything. Coach
Caicedo.
was silent all through.
Okay, like when they brought on Caicedo, the first thing that entered my head was, "Hey, I am in
The
trouble
instruction, they
tonight.
probably don't understand.
Blue Eyes will finish me with Caicedo today. This guy just dropped a disaster. Chai! Caicedo, don't do this to me. I beg. I beg.
No, Abdullah, let's be.
I was like, oh my god, how
He
do
should
I
have
stream
never
tonight?
came on. Blue Eyes is right. He
How
should have
do
never came
I
on.
stream tonight with Caicedo? You
No,
don't
it was
finish
it
me.
was way too early, man. Bro.
He should have never came on.
He's
Bless,
still
please
in
don't
his
respond. Bless, please
emotional
don't
state
respond.
right now. It's going to take him some time.
This guy prayed after the
My problem,
game.
especially with
Voices
big
to kill you.
transfers.
He
I
played after
don't
the
like
game. Man said was like, I've
Kill
left that security team.
voices.
I don't. He's still in his, especially now after this type of performance. Next
The
time,
guy is only 21, man.
Next time, Goulet in the next game, he wants to over compliment. He wants to over
Nah,
compliment.
he's a professional. Don't do that. He's a professional.
What do you mean he's a professional? He's a kid.
He's still a kid.
Let me read the chat.
And also,
I trust him. Don't do that.
And also, this actually is a good sign, NK, because you can tell he was very nervous, and you're only nervous when you're playing for you're only nervous when you're playing for a club you care about. So that's a good sign, anyway. It's not that it's a bad sign, but unfortunately, this is why when he considered the penalty, what did he do when the game finished? The guy started praying. The guy started praying in the middle of the ground before even shaking anybody's hand.
You are sick,
No, it's true.
I love
it's
that.
true.
Nah, I love that. I saw that. I love that.
Bro,
Abdullah, that's actually a good sign.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. It was
that's a good sign. That's a good sign because
Abdullah, you're making. You're making.
It's so funny. That video is so funny, but it's good.
Abdullah, you're making a comment like you don't know the significance of what Gulad is talking about.
I know the significance. Please don't do this to me. I don't
So
want to
why is it? I don't know why you.
No, but it's not funny. I'm not being funny, Abdullah.
No, he's not being funny for the video.
I understand.
I'm not being
what Gulad is saying, but don't do this to me.
Abdullah, this guy showed that he cares about the club.
He did.
Right? Remember, 2 seasons ago, this guy was shipped to Belgium on loan from Brighton.
But Goulet, the comparison with Kante is very disrespectful.
Yeah, but we know that too. Come on.
I don't think it should ever happen. It should never no matter what performance he gives between now and the next 7 years. It should never.
Who compared him to Kante, King?
People were doing it. You have a Kante like effect.
Not me. Please, I beg.
No. On Twitter and stuff
you
like
can do
that.
that on Twitter space. They are mad. All of them are mad.
When I said that Chelsea should just back out of this deal at this point, especially when the whole Liverpool came in, I was like, bro, I checked all of his statistics and everything, bro. Is it
Oh,
worth?
yeah.
Is it worth this hassle?
Let me
Bro,
read
I
the chat. Let me read the chat.
almost got crucified.
So both Ford and Ten Hag recalled
I
what
said
after
Tyler
game
Adams
week 2.
is perfect. Tyler Adams is good enough.
Let me read the chat too. Vote said Perez looked like that guy that gives you a hard time with document at the embassy. Don't do that.
Now we have put pressure on this boy.
Blue Eyes was right about Connie Chukwuemeka. I'll give it to him. Yeah, I told you all about this hairstyle thing. This player slept at airport. Excuse me? Don't do this, please. We bless you. We play 45 million for a Oh God, don't do this, please.
For Ishizuma. No.
I pray it is not ACL. Means I'm praying, no.
Bro, you know
spiritual injuries, man. Spiritual injuries.
All our young promising players get injured.
I was so angry about Pochettino.
Now,
bro,
yeah,
Disasi got a yellow card since the first half.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was 20-something minutes.
It was a stupid challenge, though, for the yellow. It was stupid.
Whether it's stupid or not,
he was on the yellow. Yeah, he was on the yellow.
We get a card. Like, if there's no good, if you don't, if your team is not like compact, one person, the defender will get it because he's going to be left exposed. He's not supposed to be in the
but it wasn't that serious. It was Antonio. This is my issue. It was Antonio. He wasn't going anywhere.
Bro, Antonio is crazy strong, bro. Antonio is a bully, bro.
Let me read the shout to all our young promising players get injured. I've read that one. I am waiting for Abdul to criticize this coach, which he hasn't done at all day. Why the fuck did Enzo take the penalty in World Cup? He missed. Exactly, he missed it. I'm confused. Even in River Plate and Benfica, he missed penalties. It's not. I'm confused. Why is it the designated penalty? Is Christopher the penalty?
This is where I'm like,
injured.
Thiago Silva knows how to play PK. He has been playing PK all his life for over how many years? He's the best. He's the leader in this team. Technically, he's better than everybody else.
It's true, but no, you're right, King Black. But if you, as you said earlier, he doesn't want to step on this young boy's toes. He knows it's his last season, probably one more season. I don't know if he's going to be around.
This is where the coach comes in.
Yeah. It's all coaching. It's all coaching.
Last time said Sterling was
I'm so disappointed in him. You use all our defenders at once. What type of madness is that?
Both said the manager
let's say Cole will got injured in this game.
He knows he has to get results because of the spending. He has to get up for.
Yes, Gullet. Imagine Cole will got injured in this game. So it will be decisive or nobody.
That is why I was playing back three. So Vote also said the issue is it doesn't know how to play back three in a dynamic way. It is far too flat.
It was true.
If you don't beat Luton Town, Lord have mercy. Oh my! If we don't win on Friday, guys, I don't know what Friday's team is gonna be. I'm already having a tutu.
I saw movement. I remember this preseason game where I was like, I was just seeing movement go so fluid. One person will pass here, will move to the left. The other one from the right will move. This will sold me a dream.
King Black, he sold us a fantastic dream. Because he don't want to use those formations, King Black. He doesn't want to. And not only that, you remember when the goal came from Antonio and Thiago Silva looked like a DM instead of a defender. And it was only Levi Colwell and Disasi chasing back.
Yeah, it was inverting in the DM position. Like,
do you know why? Do you know why, King Black? Because Pochettino had the audacity to take off both wing backs. So Thiago Silva knows he's not fast enough to play as a right back. So when Benrahma was hitting that line, Caicedo was the one who had to go there. So nobody was in the DM. So Thiago Silva stepped in just to.
Are we in a position to have a fluid formation? Is it not way too early to have inverted left and right and center? I don't know if
King Black, the confusion is this guy used three formations. This guy used three formations within today's game. This is the problem. The first formation was.
Vote said, "Don't visit nothing, no spending. Coach yourself out of this." Yeah, I agree. Florian Wiz is injury plan as a player. Don't do this to me. I don't bring any Bundesliga player here. Abdul is right. The squad needs to be larger. Young players are more likely to get injured in certain aspects. This small squad, I need it.
What do you
CC
mean,
40
like
scores for
vote for
Leicester.
your feet? Like 40?
The manager was slapping his hand for player like Potter. He's supposed to position player, not Thiago Silva King. Black is right. Vote your agenda. Shout out to you. Said the last goal at Caicedo was thanking God for 7 years of
Before. No. I have belief in Caicedo, man.
Put your agenda. This is sick in the head.
He's going to give his all for this
No,
team.
he truly cares, man. He truly cares, man.
But I've always told us he's not the best passer in the world. He made two errors leading to goal at Brighton. So, like in the same season that we brought him from. So the expectation was just way too high. But I don't know. We have to just tone it down and hopefully our team can play together.
You know, PSG has needed some defender for a little while. If this was that good, PSG would have picked him up now, considering he played in Ligue 1. Chelsea is the only club I've ever seen give me.
But Yashili was there though.
PSG fans complain about Poch as well in the back there. I think Kane and Tottenham team give Poch a career. That's our show.
So all of this sounding out from Poch and say yes, we have to be installing cameras all over Cobham and all these Gasson tests, all these running. What exactly is it? What exactly did we get from all those things?
I think the problem is, guys,
it's not just mouth.
I think this is the issue now. For me, yes, it's game 2. I'm not gonna get pissed. I'm gonna wait maybe till game 10 and see where we are. But I demand an improvement against Luton Town and Nottingham Forest before the international break. Because for me, those two games are winnable games. Nottingham Forest at home, Luton Town at home. You have to respond and win. I have no
6 points.
Nothing to say.
We played Bournemouth after Luton Town.
After Luton Town, and after the international break, we play Bournemouth. But Luton Town and Nottingham Forest, you have to win before the international break.
Abdullah. Sorry, King Black. Abdullah, you forgot what Awoni did to us last year, huh?
I don't care what Awoni is gonna do.
Okay.
Luton Town and
we got this as you. Okay.
Forest is going to play the same way West Ham played today.
No, I think Nottingham Forest will come out and play. They will come out.
Come out of where?
They're not a defensive team. They will play.
What?
Nah, Nottingham Forest ain't playing, bro. I saw them against Arsenal. They ain't playing, man. They're not playing.
Nottingham Forest,
they're not playing.
They play extreme low block to extreme counter attack. They play the same way West Ham.
No, the only difference between them is Nottingham Forest when it comes to their front line, they are very technical and very fast.
What is deadly about them? They wait till 80 minutes, they bring in Elanga and Awoniyi. Or start with Awoniyi.
Then start spamming crosses with Chris Wood.
They go long to Awoniyi. You see Elanga run off. They put
only God will help us with cross and
now. They put 8 men behind the ball. Break me down. If you don't break me down,
we can
King Black. I want you to please go back and watch the second goal Antonio scored.
It was a mistake for me.
That was from Disasi. He made 2 consecutive mistakes with his horrendous pass.
Yes.
And his defending was also poor as well.
No, the Sassy was awful.
His pass was terrible, yes. So if you look at their goals, probably the first goal, I would say maybe, the tactics from the manager. But the last goal as well was a penalty, individual error. Disasters, individual error on the second goal. So for me, and I would say West Ham was a bit lucky as well to win by 3-1. Yeah, this game didn't reflect 3-1. Chelsea, like I said, Chelsea played very well for a period of time, but we didn't just convert those chances. So it just period to goals.
But I think like I said,
I'm watching the highlights again and I'm seeing
what annoys me.
What annoys me? Highlight of the game.
What annoys me is I don't know if you watch
I watched the game live. I did, yes.
The only reason why we think we should have won this game was because we got a penalty. Bro, tell me the instance. Tell me the attacking move.
There was an attacking move.
Raheem Sterling. There was Raheem Sterling.
That was what led to a penalty, right?
No, not that one. No.
There's several Raheem Sterling.
That wasn't that one. He had a chance. Like 2 of our players missed the chance. The ball.
They didn't miss it. The ball all led them. That's what happened. The ball all like Nicholas Jackson.
Nicholas Jackson
And the ball all like Kani.
And it first to
And
Chilwell.
he went to Chilwell.
Jackson's confidence. I mean, I don't know. There's something wrong with his confidence.
I like him though. I don't think he's a confident player. I think
he's not looking as confident as he was.
I don't know if you remember this. This Jackson guy remind me of first season of Drogba when he came in. Drogba looked very lost.
He's
he
good,
looked
man.
very lost.
I wouldn't say Jackson is lost. I just think
Abdullah is not lost. He's not lost. He just needs one goal.
Put in a good performance. He needs his moments. Once he gets the first
Oluwa,
goal,
he just needs one goal.
Yeah.
If Enzo
That's what I mean. Once he gets
had
the first goal, he should get going.
Yeah, if Enzo had the common sense to put the team first and say, you know what, Nicholas Jackson, take the ball.
Don't do that.
Take the ball. No, seriously, NK. Seriously. No, seriously, NK. No, listen. I like Enzo. NK. But in this kind of situations, when the team is struggling and you know your striker just needs a little push, and you are supposed to be the so-called leaders because we got a very young team as Enzo, give the ball to Nicholas. Take the next one, no problem.
But
give it to him. Tell him, score your first goal.
Who's our regular penalty taker? Do you know?
Christopher Lukunku.
Nkunku it was before he got injured.
He's not on the pitch. He's injured. So who's going to be
the next person is James after Lukunku.
James is not there as well. I'm pretty sure they'll have a conversation for this game.
I'm not sure.
So after James, we don't know who's next. We don't know.
Oluwa, you know what I think? This was actually a blessing in disguise. Because I think Pochettino put Fernandes there. But now that this happened, maybe he's going to have second thoughts about what's happening. And he might just give it to Jackson. I just hope.
He needs to make all of them play 100 PKs in training. 100 each. Yes, so he can figure out. If he just choose based on ability and all, we're going to keep getting it. He needs to be sure. He needs to put someone on. And the fact that Fernandes was playing corner kicks and playing free kick, what is this? He was not even playing corner kicks in Benfica.
Yes, he was
not playing corner kicks for Argentina.
He does play corner kick for Benfica and Argentina. Yes, he does.
He does?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, he does in Benfica and he does in Argentina. Yes, he does.
I don't think so.
He does. For the penalty, if you watch his River Plate and Benfica and Argentina, he's not a renowned penalty taker. He's not a renowned penalty taker. He does not take penalties. And I'm confused. I was like, why is Enzo taking penalties ahead of players?
I don't think he plays the corner kicks. I don't think so. Because Chilwell he was our corner kick taker. He was there.
Why Chilwell not taking it? I don't know.
Bro,
I don't know.
Maybe because they speak, they are both Argentines and all these things. They better not bring that nonsense here. If he loves his job. One that was looking for Lautaro Martinez to sign.
The next game will have a different starting 11. So we'll see.
I think for the Luton Town, I think we might have a little bit of different formation. Hopefully, we'll see.
The team's gonna be different. So
it's gonna be different. Yeah,
we'll see.
It will be different.
I want to give him that benefit of doubt.
Me too.
This game is
Oluwa, bro, I'm very frustrated with this Mudryk guy, man.
Oh, it's not only you. It's not. We should have a conversation. I don't know what
Oluwa.
to do as a winger. Like, it's very sad.
No. You know what? This guy, from the amount of ability he has and the speed, and I'm sure because you've been going to the gym day and night, he have some sort of power, Abi.
Mm-hmm.
This guy just need one slap, just one slap. Tell him, wake the fuck up. What are you doing? This is Chelsea Football Club. This is not Dnipro or Shakhtar Donetsk.
Guled, my problem with Mudryk is
this guy.
Even though he thinks he can run, he's very quick on 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, and all those things, or 40 yards, 30 yards, right? Mm-hmm. But he does not even put in work. Like, he does not press. He doesn't press at all.
I think he chooses when to press.
That is the problem. It's affecting, bro. Yeah, this is where I want Pochettino to be brutal. If we are going to start winning small teams, first thing is we have to start defending from the front. We cannot. This is why we are seeing fault in our defenders.
But
defenders we have right now are better.
King Black, you know what's sad? King Black, you know what's sad?
Most of all these
we were defending. King Black, you know what's sad? We were defending from the front in the preseason.
We were not.
No, in the preseason. If you watch our game against Newcastle, they couldn't breathe because they were playing 4-2-3-1. This guy went back to a back three. The gamble worked against Liverpool. Why? Because Liverpool never defend anyway. But now when you play low block teams, why would you keep playing the gamble when the team got used to working in a certain way? And you've been drilling them for months in this certain way. Why?
For me, Guled, man, he needs to be brutal. For me, I'll play I hope Lavia could fit in. If we could keep, if there's a way they could do it and play both him and Caicedo in the 6, in that double 6, they should play both of them. I need to be defensively solid. If we're not going to be trusting our center backs, I need just 2 center backs. So if we're not going to be trusting them 100%, that means we need to protect them in a way. So we cannot have one person who is defending and the second person in Enzo who is just going forward and they cannot track back. No, if you are playing in that double 6, you must be able to go forward and be able to run back. If it's 40 yards, 50 yards, quickly.
Thank you, Kim Black. Thank you. This is why you need to go back to 4-2-3-1.
Or play as a false 9, because I cannot have a passenger who is just good on the ball. He knows how to pass, but when it's time to defend, I'm not seeing him. He's not tracking back. You're leaving our midfield and defense exposed. That's not your job. Your job here as a double 6 is you're supposed to, because the game is quick here. This is not Benfica.
Yeah.
The game is quick here. This is the Premier League.
And I think I'm happy that this stuff is happening and it can be rectified, which makes me happy, because if we are winning matches and these loopholes are happening, and we kind of bypass it because of our winning. When we're gonna do this, it's gonna hurt a lot of us. But it's happening now. It can be easily.
People saying he can play number 10. You know what a number 10 is?
Because it can easily be.
Have you seen the way Odegaard breaks?
Also, I want to say something to guys. Do you think? Let me come to
you and start.
Oluwa. Do you think it's time to put Chilwell on the bench and play Marcin as a left back or Cucurella as a left back? Because I'm tired of Chilwell.
KDB.
Don't know about that.
Because I'm tired of Chilwell. I am tired and sick of it.
No. He needs to go back to his left back. If he's not doing well, you bring Ian Marcin in for him at the left back position. Don't play Ian Marcin number 10, number 6. Did he tell you he's a number 10?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. He played Chilwell as he's a left back. If he's not good enough, you've played him for like 20 games, 25 games, then you can say, okay, Chilwell is not good enough as a left back. Then let's look for another left back. Don't make Chilwell a winger and then complain he's not good enough.
But that's my question. Like, what are people not satisfied about Chilwell's performance?
But the problem is, as I play Chilwell further forward is a big problem for me, because he's not a natural winger. And when he gets to position of a winger, he misbehave and flop his line. He did that against Liverpool, and he did that today too.
Yeah, but that's just 2 games. But to be honest to ourselves,
no, Chilwell is good.
Attacking wise as a defender, he's very good. He's even better than James. Let's be real.
He's actually good. Attacking wise, he's better than James. Yes. To be honest. But James is very clinical in his crossing and passing. In his crossing and his shooting, Reece could. But when it comes to overall, like an attacking fullback, Chilwell is a better attacking fullback. But the problem is play him as a fullback. We have Ian Marcin. If he's not playing well, you bring Ian Marcin. You bring Cucurella in. Don't turn Colwill. 3 teams wanted to buy this guy as a center back. All of a sudden, he signs a contract and he is going to become a left back.
Guys, I think against Luton Town, something will change. Maybe the formation will change or the players will change, but something will surely change in the Luton Town because it's on Friday. And Friday is upon us.
I'll play Ugochukwu, man. I'll play Ugochukwu against these small teams. I need tall, physical players. I don't want to have short. We are too short. Look at the corner kicks that against us. Ward-Prowse is the best set piece taker in world football.
In Premier League for me,
it's not just Premier League. When it comes to whipping in either cross or dead ball, free kick, he's the best. And look at how small we were. We look small. Agued and these guys.
I think that would improve with.
We need guys that are tall, that are physical. I'm sick of having this.
And also, I think the players also need the disappointment.
I barely see Enzo win a header, bro. You don't want to touch the ball with your head, bro.
It's too sexy.
It costs 100 million, man.
Excuse me?
No
What did you say, Abdullah?
I didn't say anything.
Chai.
I didn't say anything. I didn't.
Chai,
I
Abdullah.
need to see him put
I
in
did
work,
not
man.
say
I'm
anything.
not. People are
I did not
praising,
say anything.
I love what he did against Liverpool, but
Let me come
he
to
still did
Abdul.
not score.
Abdul,
He couldn't
next
shoot.
match now. What are the changes you want to see in terms of the players and the players you want to see and do up? Abdul, going forward, we play Luton Town on Friday. What players do you want to see come in and players do you want to see go out in terms of changing up and everything?
It's not about the.
I said on Friday we play Luton Town. So what players do you want to see coming in and players do you want to see going out?
So the thing is, it's not about players that want to be seen or any player has played so badly that it has to be changed or anything. So what I want to see more, or what I want to see more of, is leadership qualities. Because this is a new organization, it's a new camp. So, and it's those, and every in the initiation phase of anything, it's actually the leaders that actually kickstart it, get everybody comfortable, get everybody more motivated and driven. So I want to see more of leadership or leadership qualities amongst our players, or even amongst the players and the bench and the managers and things like that. So I want to see that more, because with more leadership qualities, then people will be ready to sacrifice, people will be ready to help themselves a bit more. Like today, I was watching, I saw an instance where somebody passed the ball to Noni, and as soon as he touched the ball, he got tackled and the ball got taken away from him.
Yeah, I remember.
So I was thinking to myself, was anybody not screaming at him and saying "man on"? Even if automatically he should have looked around himself before he received that ball, but maybe he doesn't have that instinct. But that's why you have, teammates. Somebody should have been screaming at you and saying like "man on, man on, man on," to make you play with a bit more urgency. But nobody said anything to him, and the ball got taken away from him. So I want to see more of leadership quality. I want to see people screaming, directing, and things like that. So it's instances like this that you hope we had Rudiger in the team, but unfortunately we don't. But then you appreciate what players like that bring into a squad of players. So that is what is more critical at this stage. It's not really people's technical ability, or we already know they have the technical ability. And trust me, if you've studied football before, I'm not saying if you've seen football, because a lot of people watch and see football, and I'm not saying if you have played football before, because a lot of people will tell me, or they were going to play academy football when they were 10 and 12 or whatever, and they try to be professional. No. If you've studied football before, you will know that all these players that make it to the Premiership level, they have that ability. They have it. The rest just depends on you as a player for you to be able to get to the Premiership level. If you've studied football before, you know these kids, they have it. So, and maybe fortunately, I would say a lot of our squad now, because we just built a new team, a lot of them are young. So they need a lot of helping. They need a lot of direction. They need a lot of, people to show them a lot of things, especially in a new environment, because they're all new to the club. So I'm hoping to see more leadership in the team.
Abdul, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to ask you, now that you said you want to see more leadership.
More
obviously
qualities. Yeah.
Yes, that as you said, they have the identity to do that. But isn't it Pochettino's job to bring out that identity out of you?
Yeah. You're right. So it's part of his responsibility. So he should actually focus. He should actually emphasize more on that at this stage of the project or at this stage of the season. He should be the one bringing it out of. He's the one that can only do it, or can easily do it, bringing it out
Thank
of
you.
the players. Pushing players to do it, encouraging them to do it. Forcing them to help each other. Forcing them to
But
respect each other.
Abdul, you know what's strange, right? Because me and you both watched the preseason, and I'm sure everybody here watched the preseason games.
Yeah.
In the preseason games, he was instilling that identity into them, even in the little water breaks.
Yeah.
But in these last 2 games, the guy just became a passenger. He's not calling anybody around. He's not giving directions.
No, he was calling today. He was calling Chilwell around. He called Chilwell around. He spoke to
No,
Chilwell.
but the thing is, okay, Pochettino sees himself like a father figure, or I from what I've perceived, like he sees himself like a father figure to them. Sometimes you just hold back to see maybe a kid can take that first 2 steps before you hold him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he might be that kind of. He might be sort of like just intentionally just like withdraw himself, and see maybe they can teach themselves, or something can trigger it within them before he starts pushing. So because it's still early, you can't just go 1,000 miles, per hour from the start of the season. Some of them might not like it. So it's just like saying you set up a difficult training on purpose.
And I think
they cannot complete it.
I think it's because of the injuries of the players. He's a little bit very afraid to go all out on gun blazing.
No, I'm not saying physically. I'm just saying, as the head of the organization, maybe he doesn't want to. You know what I mean? So maybe he's holding back and things like that. So I don't know.
You don't want to call people out, basically.
Exactly. So it's kind of like holding back and see how people respond, how people react, how people will settle down, how people will interact, and say, because he's just got 2 important players.
But Abdul,
just over the past week.
No, I agree with you on that point, Abdul. But Pochettino didn't do them any favors by changing the formation like that. When you took off both of your wing backs, and at one point he was even playing 2-2-4-3. This is why when Thiago Silva was almost a DM, and then Caicedo kept on running to the right flank to cover the right back position, because everybody was concentrating on attack. If you put your youngster players that are young in these kind of situations, when they don't even know what they're doing, and you went against your directions just because you want to chase the game, how are you going to do them any favors?
I also think this formation thing, this formation of a thing. I'm not too sure if Pochettino is very straightforward with it, because, like he said in the first game, he wasn't playing three at the back.
He was playing back.
But I can tell, anybody that has eyes will see, at least in the first half, he played 3 at the back. You know what I mean? So he's not even very clear when it comes to this formation of a thing. I don't know, maybe he's doing it on purpose, or he wants to misguide the opponent or things like that. So, but the thing is, I wouldn't, if I might do banter over it. I might have banter over it, but I don't think I would like to judge him until at least after 10 games.
Me too.
Because
no, that's fine.
Games,
that's fine.
He will have.
But Abdul, remember, after 10 games, if we were hoping for a title charge, it's already going to be a bit sticky. After 20 games, if we were hoping for the top 3, it might get already sticky.
Yeah, that's why I said.
And this is the thing with the Premier League, Abdul. There is no time.
I'm saying I'm happy that this is happening now. It can be rectified and eradicated.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to look like that fanatical fan where after the first game you want to crucify the manager or the coach. To me, it doesn't seem logical to do that. So
no, I agree.
Wherever I find myself in terms of position after game 10, I'll just have to swallow it, and deal with it from there. But to me, as a human being, it doesn't look logical for me to start saying, put his head on. I mean, we can all banter and say,
but you didn't give
idiot or whatever.
game 10.
No, no, that's what I already said. I don't want
From
him from
game
beginning.
one, you already
No, no,
started
no,
slandering
no. I said what I believed about him from game one, and that never changed. But I never said anything about his coaching ability. I said, if you remember, that this guy is a political appointment.
No.
He's put there not for football. No, I said it now.
You said he's not good enough. It's not Chelsea level.
No. Before I started saying that,
Yeah, you
I
said
said
that.
this guy is a political appointment because he's not good enough to be Chelsea. He's not Chelsea level as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason I believe they put him there was for political reasons. They wanted an English coach. They wanted a young English coach. They wanted a coach that could stay there for long term. They wanted a coach that can interface with the media well. They wanted a coach that could be media friendly. They wanted a coach that can bring up young.
I just hope this Pochettino experiment works. I just pray it works.
No. To me,
hopefully they have put a lot of things into this.
No. To me, Pochettino is a good coach.
It can't fail. It cannot fail.
To me, his record. He has records now. We can
He has
look at
record.
now. He's a good coach.
What your vote doesn't lie now. He has record.
You can say he's elite or he's not elite, but in terms of being a good coach, I don't think you can doubt that, except you just want to be funny, So, to me, logically, I wouldn't even think about rate. I wouldn't, I don't want to talk into that. We can all banter or whatever and just make fun or whatever. But in terms of when we want to talk about seriously where he stands in relation to this Chelsea job, I'll only start thinking about it because I'll only have a decent sense of direction of where he's taking the team, maybe after 10 games. And with this team, the team is so good, it's so super, you cannot fail. You might not be at where we want you to be, but you cannot fail with this team. Mm-hmm. It's too good to fail with this team. Today, we're just a bit unlucky if we want to look at the game critically.
Yeah.
For goodness sake, we lost a stupid goal. We missed a penalty, and then they had a penalty. How did that happen? Enzo of all players. Enzo suddenly cannot pass 2-yard passes. Caicedo was missing 2-yard passes. Come on, man. We know that's not gonna. That's not what it is. That's not how things will progress.
Let me get the shot. Slaslam said Poch was good for Southampton, to be fair, and also for fitness. We need kudos. Slaslam said if they couldn't undo Antonio, I wouldn't even dominate us.
I'm telling you.
Disaster defender. Drogba scored 15 goals in his first season. Let's see. Okay. Drogba, okay, I've read that. He also said that Mudryk volley. Please don't remind me of that.
That was horrible.
Poch out. It's too early.
How can you play volley from there to throwing?
If you have to play, he's gonna be here for 2 years. He's not a late child.
Hey, God.
Also, what happened to the formation and the way Chelsea were playing in preseason? Poch will have to answer that. Guys, it's been swell. Tomorrow, Arsenal play Crystal Palace. We'll see how it goes. On Friday, we'll be back here. Maybe possibly Thursday to do the preview on Friday. On Friday, we play Luton Town. Lord have mercy on us against Luton. Chineke. Luton Town.
You know what, Abdullah, before you go, right? Mm-hmm. I've noticed one thing with our defense as well. We keep backing off too much, man.
Why? I don't know why we back off.
Have you noticed?
It's because we have Thiago Silva. Good lad.
Oh, God.
Because
even Colwell and Disasi keep black.
It's because of Thiago. See, they are following the steps of Thiago Silva. You guys don't understand it. They are following his footsteps. Thiago Silva cannot track back, so we cannot keep a high line and stay up and put pressure on the opposition consistently.
Hopefully, for me, this is just a blip, and going forward, we'll win matches. We'll see how it goes. Like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, get African likes up, guys. I appreciate everybody for coming in. We did not round.
Big up, guys.
We're just not happy. It's not.
Hopefully, we meet in better circumstances again.
Big up, man.
Peace.